One, two, three, four.
Maybe one day we can go hand in hand down a golden road. And if I get there before you go, I'll be waiting at the door. In the future, hopefully, we'll be together, you and me. Don't you worry, baby, please, 'cause honestly, if I could rewind both the hands of time, still I would never find a lovelier design than you. Nothing's lovelier than you. Nothing's lovelier than you. Nothing's lovelier than you. Nothing's lovelier than you.
What up, world? It's your boy Jermaine Event. Babylon 5 Podcast, episode 11. This week, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do it a little different. We're gonna interview my boy Sean Smart. You know, gonna do a little different. Before we get into that, let me give you guys the social medias because you guys want them every week. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at Babylon5Pod. You can follow my personal account at My Name's Jermaine. You can email us for whatever reason, or me for whatever reason, at Babylon5podcast@gmail.com. You can follow and subscribe to this podcast at Babylon5.podbean.com. You can listen to it on Stitcher, Spotify, and Apple Music. Anywho, yeah, so this week decided to get in touch with my old friend Sean Smart. I'm a terrible at keeping in touch with people, and he's a rather interesting individual in life. He's always been a good friend. So yeah, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here's Sean Smart. All right, let's get this going.
Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very special guest, Sean Smart, first guest on Babylon 5 Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Smart.
Oh, snap. I'm the first one?
First one, bro.
What's up? What's happening? What's going on, y'all?
All right, yeah. I was like, what the No, I don't think people are going to see this video. That wasn't my intention. I just wanted to put the audio out, and I don't really know how else we would record this otherwise. Just like a regular phone call or something like that. But I'd rather see your face, you know.
Yes, sir.
Long time no. So what's been up with you, man? What's going on with Sean Smart?
Shit, man. Can I cuss? I can cuss.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shit. Well, just been working, man. Working. Me and my homies started a virtual reality company, and it's.
Are you still working with Nick?
Yeah, Nick and my guy Ty. They're both from the mill.
Okay.
But we have a few more employees now.
Oh, word. Hell yeah.
So we hired some people.
I know you guys were doing like the gaming. I always thought of Vegas as the worst place to be in America.
Honestly. I mean, it was actually really nice to live there. We only went to the Strip like a handful of times.
Were you weren't living in like in the main city? Like, were you living like Old Vegas or something like that?
Nah. The Strip and Old Vegas are like the touristy spots.
Okay.
But there are definitely neighborhoods around.
Yeah, that's as far as I know about Vegas is regular Vegas and Old Vegas.
Yeah, Old Vegas is dope. It's got this like fucking skyline, like you can like go on a fucking wire and just go like down the whole strip or whatever. Is pretty dope.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, living in Vegas was nice. Warm weather. It was dry. It wasn't really humid and shit.
But yeah, so that was in Vegas. You were working with Mike Regal at the time?
Yeah, I mean, we were there for a while. We had came down with our like first employee that just fucking like graduated college, And
You guys were with Riley, right?
yep, Riley Gazarowski. Shout out to him. But yeah, so whatever, that didn't work out with that first employee. So we had a room open, and I was like, shit, man, trying to just talking to Mike, like, bro, you need to just get out the city, fucking just we're gonna try to get you on our social media because he's always on social media and shit. So thought that would be a good fit. Um, and then he could just come and work on music and shit, and we could work on music together. So that was the plan. But the fucking company and the tech shit just fucking kind of took over for me. So that just became the main focus, which is why I haven't done music in so long.
Mm. So you're not working on any new music?
Shit, Bull sent me a beat.
Good old Bull.
Yeah, the boy Bull. Still in contact with him.
Mm.
Um,
It's probably
was,
like fuck. It's probably like fuck Jermaine. Fuck that nigga Jermaine.
nah, man, nah.
Man, if I could speak on it, I'll speak on it right now. Like my only like issue, well, my issues that started from Bull was like, because when I moved to Madison, I lived with D-Lo, you know what I'm saying? And he used to like fucking dog D-Lo out, and I couldn't respect that, bro. Like, and that was my introduction to him, was just like treating my friend like he's the biggest idiot and like a piece of shit, and it was just like nonstop. So that's like where my issues started, and it was just like I just needed to see less of that, you know.
Yeah, I feel like Mo
You
probably egged that on a little bit.
Mo definitely would egg it on, like for like 10 minutes of just the grimiest stuff you'd ever hear, and then Mo would finally be like, "All right, like that's enough, bull." And I'm like, "Dude, that whole thing was enough. Like it's too much."
Good times. I was
So,
just thinking about the time you were living in Mo's mom's house.
uh, inter- when they were doing those like not so secret therapy sessions, they take me out to eat, and she'd ask me all these weird questions. Like I wasn't aware that they were trying to do like some therapy session. Remember we were at the studio and they forgot the mic were on, and they went in the room and Mo was like, "Hey mom, we need to do another session with Jermaine, blah blah blah." I don't know if you remember that. Like we were all at the studio and his mom stopped by and they went in the booth and the mic was live and they were like, "Oh, we need to do another session with Jermaine, blah blah blah." Cuz back in those days I was a dark, depressed motherfucker. I was
Yeah.
I was pretty wild. Uh,
Oh man.
so
I
like
think
looking back, I understand it.
Shit. Hey man, if you don't want it, it's not gonna help. You gotta want it to get to receive it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if I wanted help in that moment, or not from them like
Nah.
that. I don't think that was the best situation.
Everybody's just sitting in on it and shit. Like what the fuck?
Nah, it wasn't cool for me. Well, let's talk about the start of Sean Smart, man. What started
This
you out with music?
started me out with music. Oh, I used to play soccer in high school. Was actually captain of varsity,
Man,
co-captain.
you're like top student.
Oh,
Like,
I was also a top student. Yes, I was valedictorian
damn,
at
dog.
Riverside. And smoking weed every day throughout the whole process.
So you like last week I was talking about like my experience in starting smoking weed, and I was talking about like sophomore year. I was hanging out with Ryan, and then we got up with like all the other people on the soccer team, and it like blew my mind that they were all smoking weed. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" It was like Liam, Woody, all these. I'm like, "What is
Dude,
going on?"
bro, all the King dudes, they would be high during the games, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what I found out. Dude, it blew my mind, bro.
That's why we would always beat them. Shit.
I went and saw y'all play once. I think like at Hamilton or some shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And we lost.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Man, those were the days. Man, we had some squads, both of us. Shit. But yeah. So yeah, I played soccer.
At
Um,
Riverside.
yeah, before the season even started, senior year, uh, it was like a preseason game against Shorewood, which was my club soccer team. So I was playing against all my friends, and this
And one
fucking
of I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
this fucking freshman kid, I'm doing my thing, we're hooping. I got an assist to Amilcar. Amilcar's a fucking G. He's on the Milwaukee Torrent right now. Shout out to
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
killing it.
shout out to that.
But yeah, this freshman on Shorewood just decides to cleat me on my knee and tore my ACL. Fucking heard it pop. Started screaming like a motherfucker. Didn't think anything was like too bad because I walked off and I like walked to the car afterwards.
On some Kobe Bryant shit, bro.
Oh yeah, but then the next morning I tried to get up out of bed, tried to stand up, and I just fell down on the ground like, oh shit, something is not right.
Yeah.
So tore my ACL. Me and the homies actually tried to go back to Shorewood and find that freshman, but apparently he had moved to Florida or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. I was gonna jump this kid.
I don't know exactly what we were gonna do, but we were looking for him.
Y'all used to kidnap kids back in those days.
Shout out to D-Mac,
Yeah, shout out to D-Mac, man. Matter of fact, if we didn't do this interview, I was gonna do just mainly stories about crazy shit that happened in D-Mac's house. It's probably gonna be the next episode where I'm just babbling.
Yeah, I don't know too many of those stories, but the kidnapping story is definitely a funny one.
Yeah, that's some wild shit, bro. If you want to tell it, you can. You don't.
I mean, we're still like kind of in that first question, right? I still
This is Babylon 5. We can go on tangents, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I had to be in the bed fucking with this after surgery for my ACL for like 2 weeks, and I got my first MacBook then because I was heading into college. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And GarageBand was on there, so I just started downloading beats, these industry beats, and basically just started rapping into the laptop. Didn't have a mic or nothing. Just my first songs were all just me rapping into my laptop on my bed.
You didn't rap at all before that? Because I know I've talked to Will Rose, and I knew that in Cody they would say they would just freestyle all the time in high school. That was just their pastime. You didn't rap at all before that?
Well, in Akil Deucalion, he was in my
shit.
English. He was in my English class, and my other homie Troy, we would all just pass these battle notes in class.
That's
we
dope.
had to do it on the low because the teacher, she was fucking mean as fuck. Shout out Miss Fishman. But yeah, we would just pass these notes with fucking 8-16 bars of just ribbing each other and shit. Because back in high school, we would just rib the fuck out of each other all the time.
That's hilarious. Shout out to Akil.
Yeah, that was the first time rapping. But I mean, I had been listening to rap my whole life. Going to public schools and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think fucking Jay-Z Hard Knock Life 2. I had that shit on cassette.
Did you go to Roosevelt with those kids?
No, I went to Lincoln.
Lincoln, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I always wanted to go to Roosevelt, man. I was like, man, I want to go school with Ryan.
I didn't know about it until after I went to King. And then it was like everybody from King went there. I was like, damn, I wish I went to that school. Like all these cool ass motherfuckers went there. Like,
Right. No, I had a good time in middle school. You know, I was in bilingual, you know, with all the Hispanic kids.
oh yeah, because you're fluent in Spanish, right?
Yeah, I was.
I
I don't
needed
know.
I needed a C in there, but
Sí, señor. Shit, I live in Texas now, so
oh yeah, you gotta brush up on that.
yeah,
You're in
yeah.
you're in Austin, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, I
Yeah.
was like, you just what drove you to move to Austin, man? I'm jumping around here, but
Yeah. So we were in Vegas. We were living in Vegas because we wanted to be closer to the West Coast, but still, you know, live on a budget. Um, and from Vegas, you can fly anywhere for cheap as fuck, like $100 tickets or less.
really,
Yeah, shit. I was catching like $60 flights to Milwaukee, back and forth to Milwaukee.
damn.
But we went to South by one year for the tech, because like before all the music starts, there's a tech portion of South by. So we went for that with our data visualization uh, software that we made in virtual reality. Um, and basically we met a bunch of tech people there. This accelerator program called Capital Factory invited us to be a part of that, so we got 6 months free office space from that. And we were like, fuck it, like Austin's coming up in the tech world. Like obviously San Francisco is huge right now with Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
But Austin's starting to have a nice little tech hub as well. So and obviously there's a lot of money in Texas. So we just decided to make the move, and that was that.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And Colleen was just cool with moving down there, or
Yeah, I mean, so I had to like come back to the mill for like a few months because she was still in school. Right, like basically a couple days after she graduated, we moved down here.
oh word, okay.
Yeah. But
That's
yeah, I mean, she's doing real well. Like she was super stagnant at her job in the mill, but now she's like moving up, about to be a store manager and shit.
oh hell yeah.
So yeah, super proud of the lady.
Is she so she was doing the radiology, right?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
she's not trying to work with that?
Nah, she's doing
Not a
just.
fan.
I mean, she's actually trying to get into the marijuana industry.
Yeah, that's the right industry. I'm trying to convince my wife to move to Chicago because January 1st it's legal. I'm like, dude, and she said her homies are like opening up a dispensary. I'm like, let's just fucking do it. Like,
Hell yeah.
I mean, my wife does. She's an esthetician. She specializes in like eyebrows and lashes and shit. Like when she apparently like those. I didn't know this. I should have been an esthetician. It's like 700. It's $700 to like get those like microblading on your fucking eyebrows and shit, bro. It's ridiculous how much these people pay for these. Yeah, she makes like probably like 3-4 times the amount of money I make per year. Like, I'm like, well, why didn't I do this? But I'm like, let's move to Chicago, open up a dispensary slash like lash studio slash aromatherapy. Like, let's just get it
Right.
all in one fucking little complex, dude.
Yeah, my homie from college, he's out in Virginia, and he started a CBD business. So he's just growing CBD plants, and
Yeah.
he's selling the buds.
Yeah, that's got to be hot because that's pretty much legal everywhere right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some people in Wisconsin doing it. They got fucking like acres upon acres upon acres of this shit.
Mm-hmm. And they just approved to like grow hemp at the domes.
What?
Yeah, the other day. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, Wisconsin
That's
is
tight.
changing.
Yeah, my cousin's the one trying to spearhead that whole movement and shit in
Who's your
Wisconsin.
Who's your cousin?
Melissa Sargent, she's a state representative.
Oh, shout out Melissa Sargent. Maybe I'll vote for her if I see any. If I see her out there, I'll vote for her.
Yeah, I think she's based in Madison, so
Hmm.
but she's the one in charge of the bill to legalize weed in Wisconsin. So
So she probably works. She works directly with Evers then, because he's like trying to do that also. Then
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's pretty dope. So let's jump backwards. So you start rapping. You got your laptop, industry beats. You're rapping,
hmm
and then what's the next step in Sean Smart's career?
So then I went to college, had a freshman year, crazy freshman year.
You didn't record like some because back in those days like mixtapes were hot. You said you had the industry beats. You didn't like make a mixtape. Try to
Nah,
be word. Okay.
nah, I didn't put any of that shit out. Like it was just me trying to hone the craft or whatever.
Word.
And then like I wasn't really recording much freshman year either, but then when Mo moved to Madison sophomore year and we lived literally around the corner from each other, that's when everything started.
Yeah. With higher education records.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't that at first, but when we
It was
did
it was just a couple guys making music.
yeah, yeah, and
Where did everybody else come from?
everybody else,
You
shit.
guys just hanging out with what was that program up there in Madison? That hip hop scholarship? First Wave, yeah. You guys just hanging out with First Wave kids?
Shit, I guess. I mean, that was Mo because he was recording everybody for free. So,
I don't understand how that happened though, because he didn't go to Madison. He went
nah,
to Madison Media. How did he link up with all those kids?
man, I don't even know. That's a question to ask him.
Like we were too young to go to bars or anything like that. I mean, maybe it was just like house parties or something. Maybe he met people. I mean, he was
Yeah.
dating Gabby at the time, so like maybe he met people through her and like then you,
Mm.
obviously. But yeah,
Well, Kellen was also there for a little bit
oh
my
yeah,
freshman year. So I don't know if he got connected to them through. And Oye was in there. So he's a Milwaukee dude.
but he wasn't working with Mo at all, right?
I, shit,
I doubt it.
I'm just trying to make these connections off the top, man. I don't even know, man. Shit. But yeah, it was cool. Like all the dopest fucking hip hop people eventually started going to Mo's crib, and we eventually just made a crew together.
That's some dope shit, man. I remember when I came out from Mifflin one time and like I think you guys were shooting the lay back and chill video. And I didn't want to be in it because I wasn't a part of it. And I was like, I'm not gonna be one of those guys who just like is all in the camera. And then I just had it on actually. I'm like, man, why the fuck didn't I just sit next to a kill or something? Like
It's a
I could,
fucking video where there's literally thousands of people
Thousands.
in the video.
I was there and I'm like the one person not in the video. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Why did I do that? Like, just super weird. So but how did the higher education record start then? Like, how did that all like? When did you guys just randomly formed a crew and then you guys were like, we got to start a label or? I never, dude. I was a part of it. I never knew if it was a label or a crew or what we were doing exactly. Like, but
Yeah, I don't either. There probably could have been a better business plan put in place, but you know, I don't know. I think we basically started it because we made Fly Like a Cheesehead, and we were like, all right, we have to start a LLC because of this.
so wait, okay, so but you guys would have already had the crew together before that, right?
That's true. But when did man, my
It was like
my
2000, like 2010, 2011 when we won the Super Bowl.
right. Like when did those videos come out?
Uh, Feeling So Fly.
That came out 2010.
Ooh, got the bed
December.
and breakfast video playing right now.
Oh shit.
Hannah and Marcus Hanger. Shout out to Marcus Hanger, dude. I wonder what that kid's up to these days.
Right.
I know he was like not on. He was like against social media back in the day, but he was like one of the smoothest like artists like that I had ever met, dude. I vibed with dude so hard.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He was smooth, man. Shit. All right. So, Fuck It came out October 2011.
Is that on the lesson one?
Nah, that's
No,
on
your solo project.
my shit, yeah.
Okay.
Pens and Swisher Sweets.
I got a pocket full of Swishers. I was singing my remix. I don't know if you remember that real racist remix I sent to you.
God, yes, I do remember that.
I was singing it to my wife the other day. She's not a fan.
So, Lay Back and Chill came out in June of 2011. Fly Like a Cheesehead was December 2010. So yeah, we created the LLC because we were like, all right, we got this thing about to pop off. We don't want to get sued by whatever that group was that made
The G6 song.
Fly Like a G6, yeah. And then,
but I don't understand. Like, okay, so like, you started working with Sean, and then all of a sudden, like, 20 other rappers like all came together, and then somebody hit you guys up for Cheesehead. Like
yeah,
some random person. Because like if you guys didn't like your buzz like really started from the Cheesehead song, so like how did that even come about?
So the owner of this T-shirt company that was in on Teach Me How to Bucky.
Teach Me How to Bucky.
You know,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that came out the year before Fly Like a Cheesehead. Teach Me How to Bucky. They had their shirts in the fucking Wisconsin bookstore, like and everywhere. They made so much bank off that shit. And that was like the artists that were making the most money off that. And they got the t-shirt guy in on the deal. And I'm assuming he made some money, but not as much as the artist. So then he came up with this idea to make another video, made me and Mo sign this NDA that we couldn't do the idea unless we did it with him. And like, here's the percentage that we get, which was obviously he had the most.
Yeah.
But we still came up with a nice little chunk of change being some college students. But yeah, I mean, so hella t-shirts, and we didn't want to get sued basically. So dude, yeah, I mean, that's how that shit started. And he eventually went off to do even more videos, more Packer videos that had like t-shirts, because like the t-shirts was really the fucking business plan. Like the video was just to get the t-shirts out there.
Yeah. Did he do that Packer rock anthem?
Me? No, that was some dude.
That dude. They wasn't the same guy?
Yeah, it was the same dude.
Oh, word. Okay.
But so he just got another artist
Damn.
to sign an NDA and shit.
It's crazy when you really see the insides of this whole thing. Like, damn.
Yeah, the business, man. I mean, I'm learning so much more about business now, but like, you just gotta be business minded, man, to be safe, like to hold your own IP, to fucking like not get screwed over. Like, shit, I've been screwed over, and
yeah,
I've been screwed over again. Like, that's just the name of the game. But you just gotta learn from it and shit. And that's what I've been trying to do.
Man, from the outside, when that Feeling So Fly Like a Cheesehead song came out, though, I was like, how did they think of this? Like, it was like so simple, but I was like, whoa, like this shit blew up, like, and it's like, it's just a parody, and like, here we go, like, and everybody here was like, oh, you had little kids like making remakes of it and all that. I was like, holy shit, this is genius, like,
yeah, man, we should have capitalized on it a lot more. Looking back on it, like, shit, I should have been up in Green Bay every single weekend performing that shit at bars. Bars. But, you know, like I said before, you learn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, those T-shirts were nice, man. I had a nice little ball out on a bunch of LRG, probably.
That's where it's at. That's how you got so fresh
Oh
back
yeah,
in those days.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Them royalties, baby.
Hell yeah, man. So that drops, and then like I say like shortly after that, I kind of joined the crew. But when I joined the crew, it seemed like y'all went from like 30 rappers to like 10.
Yeah, because like everybody's graduating and shit, right?
Yeah,
So
and
they're
then
moving
like
back
yeah,
home.
nobody was like, I don't know. I thought like I was like, damn, this is like such a close knit group. You guys are dope, like doing all. And then it was like, dude, nobody's like around. And then it seemed like everybody that was around was really just trying to do their own thing. You know,
Yeah,
that's why I never really understood what it was exactly. Because it was like we're not trying to like
right,
we're not trying to make the same kind of music. We don't have the same like end like goals.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, we made those. You were on the second mixtape, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we made the first one right after Fly Like a Cheesehead because we were like, all right, we got to get music out there, and that was really with everybody. Like that was a crew mixtape.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the feeling and all that,
yeah,
everything. Y'all had some jams on there, man.
yeah, hell yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's not like we all grew up together, so I feel like that's where we got together because of music, but we were all obviously different in our artistic
Yeah,
appearance and ways and what we wanted. So that's probably why it kind of grew apart. But and then eventually later, when
yeah,
when I eventually ended up leaving as well, that's kind of the similar feel.
yeah. I mean, when I came, so like when I like got introduced into the crew or whatever, like it was like everybody. It was me and Kid and like Isaiah and everybody was supposed to be a part of it. But then like right away, like Isaiah was telling me that like Mo was like being shady with him, and it was like already like a weird situation that I was brought into. And then like even like after the situation with Isaiah, when Isaiah wasn't a part of it anymore, like if Kid came to town, it didn't really seem like Kid like they weren't like Mo wasn't treating Kid like he was a part of the crew really. And I just felt weird about that whole thing because it was like these are the people that I came up with. I was working with all these people way before I did all this. And like now, like you're kind of just shunning everybody that I came with. Like it was just so weird. And I was like, we're not a crew. Like we're just a label because we're just a bunch of random dudes. Like
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I wasn't a part of all that type of shit. Like I was cool with everybody. I was just trying to smoke weed and make good music.
that's all I was trying to do. I mean, I guess I was drinking a lot in there, but
Yeah. Oh
uh
shit. I was probably drinking a lot too. You know. You're not drinking anymore. I barely drink.
no, I don't drink anymore. I like when me and my wife got married in August, we had like a glass of champagne.
Yeah.
Like
Did you have a wedding, bro? Like, how did that?
we we went to Denver and like eloped, you know. Cause like it was just like this whole thing. Well, we just like went down to the courthouse and we thought like I think we thought it was gonna be more to that. Like they were gonna have like a judge or something that like married us, but they were like, "Oh, we don't do this here. You just like sign a paper, and then
Yeah.
you're married." I was like, "Okay."
It's not like
Like,
Vegas and shit.
no, it was super anticlimactic. Like we got dressed up and all that shit. Like it's like,
Yeah.
all right, we'll sign this paper and get out of here then. Like, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'll take your picture." Okay, it was like, "All right, cool." Like
Yeah. Hell
that's
yeah.
that's the least you could do. But nah, cause like I don't know, we were gonna do it low key. We weren't gonna try to like do the whole thing where we got invited like 1,000 people or whatever, and it would get crazy expensive. You know what I'm saying? So we
Yeah.
were like, we're just gonna fucking do it. And I mean, yeah, I felt like that was the better way. So we went down there because I bought her tickets to see the Backstreet Boys were performing in Denver, And then like the next day, Dave Chappelle was performing with Jon Stewart at Red Rocks. So I'm like, yo, we going to that.
Red Rocks?
Yeah. So I was like, let's do all that. And we were just like, yo, like, since we were already talking about getting married, like we were like, let's just do it like in Denver when we go this time. It was like, yeah, let's do it like right before we go to Dave Chappelle. So like our wedding night was seeing Dave Chappelle and Jon Stewart at Red Rocks. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool. Yeah. I was so fucking high. Like I remember, I got back, I got back to work like the next week, and my coworker was like, "Oh, was it really funny?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, they were." And I couldn't remember like any of the jokes. I was like, "Fuck, what happened, man?" Like I couldn't remember anything. I was so fucking stoned. And then like that day, they announced that Dave Chappelle was like dropping a new Netflix special, and I was like, "All right, well at least I spent like $700 on those tickets there, like just to go out there." But like. And I was like, it's probably going to be the exact same jokes. And sure enough, it was like, all right, I remember all this shit.
When I went to Dave Chappelle in Milwaukee with Classic and Will and Xavier Ruffin, fucking me and Classic got wasted on some Henny before the show. And we fell asleep during the show, and we were like seventh row, bro. Dog, that shit was ridiculous. And then I had to leave early because I was about to puke. Woo! I was like, where's my phone? Where's my phone?
Didn't they take the phones like?
Yeah. Yeah, they put them in like the pouches or whatever.
Yeah, me and Rashid were ushers for one of those days. Like I forget who like hit us up, but I saw someone post like, yo, if you want to be an usher for the Dave Chappelle show, you can volunteer. And I was like, cool. But then like after the volunteer, like the lady was like, who referred you? I was like, oh, well, I don't know any of the other people here. Like some random person referred me. She was like, all right, well, you can't do this anymore. What? I'm like, okay. Like I was not allowed to fucking volunteer anymore because I didn't have like proper reference. But
yikes.
But no, that show was lit. They took our phones at Red Rocks too.
Oh what?
But yeah, and they had what was Michael Che opened up, and the dude like his name's like Cypher Sounds or some shit, like some VJ, like he was like some Power 105 or type shit. Like it was like some New York DJ. I remembered it, and I was like, he's not a comedian, but he was actually kind of funny. Like when he opened up.
Was he DJing or was he?
He was doing stand up.
What?
Like he opened up the whole show, and then Michael Che came out, killed it. And then Jon Stewart came out, and then Dave Chappelle shut it down.
Hell yeah! So I mean, Red Rocks is fucking amazing, man. It's like the best venue ever.
That was the first concert I've seen there. Actually, I've just been there in the daytime.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I've been there during the day, and I've been there for one concert. So Tory Lanez crowd surf all the way to the top of the mountain and then all the way back down, bro.
Dude, that's crazy.
And then Mac Miller. That was Halloween. That was when you were there. That was when we went, right?
Oh yeah, when I shouldn't have been there.
Hey man, how the fuck am I supposed to know?
Yeah. Nah, but it was a popping weekend regardless. Like that shit was popping.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah. Always a good time in Denver.
Oh yeah, that's my spot. I would have gone this year, but my wife's mom was sick, so we she's going through some stuff, so we decided not to travel and just be here. And yeah, so I didn't go down there. I didn't even buy a costume or anything, man. It's like the first time in a long time I didn't celebrate at all. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. Like, if you know Jermaine, this motherfucker loves Halloween.
I'm a Halloween motherfucker, bro. That's my favorite time of the year. Like, it's always next year.
Doing a dress or some shit.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna do the us thing, you know, because my wife didn't want to do it because she's like, oh, everybody's gonna do it, but I'm like, that's the point. Like,
right.
There's a fuck ton of people that just showed up with those suits on, like, and us. Like, I wanted to be a fuck ton of people wearing these costumes. Like, that's how I felt about it. So what happened, man, with if you want to talk about higher education, the fallout and all that.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I'm not I'd like to talk about it. What happened? Uh, just like I said before, there was no business model put in place,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted it to be a business in which we could, you know, make money instead of lose money, and
Definitely losing money.
so you
We
know,
kept my fishers open.
oh yes, wow, oh man, shout out to the Mexican skillet. Woo! But yeah, shit. I mean, I don't want to like air out fucking dirty laundry and shit, but it was
Yeah,
just
because
a
I don't
different.
necessarily, I don't necessarily want to like shit on certain individuals, you know. So I understand that, like, just like I don't know, any little bit you could say, because you're no longer, with higher education records. You guys did
Yeah,
that. We had you had the feeling so far like a cheese head. Then you did like Wisconsin Nights.
yeah,
You did Stay Fair, and then like there was a shady thing with Summerfest or whatever. Where like, did they contact you guys to make a video and then like switched it up last minute?
yeah, yeah. They contacted us because we had done the Fly Like a Cheesehead and the State Fair one, so they were like, "All right, do one for Summerfest." And we did it. We created this. We spent like $1,000 doing this video shoot. Had the song. Shit was all ready to go, and then they were like, "All right, we're just gonna turn this into a contest."
And
And
then and then a white girl with a guitar.
a white girl with a guitar
That'll kill you every time.
every single time. Yeah, so that was some bullshit. But yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
But so like I feel like a big part of you leaving was just like creatively, you didn't feel like it was the right environment to like get the quality of music you were trying to make, or like really even go into the direction that you were trying to go, right?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I definitely like want to stay current with all of my shit and like try to build a fucking fan base that's just vibing with what I'm trying to put out. And I didn't feel like I had the creative liberty to always put my 2 cents into that part of it. So that was one aspect of it. The business side was another. And it just all eventually got too much for me, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just bounce out and do my own thing.
Hell yeah. And are you so you still talk to Bull? Is he like the only one from higher education you like really keep in contact with it like that?
I mean, I've kicked it with Will a couple times. He's had a couple shows with Abby Jean down here. Um,
Oh,
so yeah, I try to keep in touch with Will a little bit.
I don't really talk to Will anymore.
No,
The Roses see me around town and act like they don't know me, like both of them. So like I don't really talk to either one.
interesting. What'd you do to him, man?
I didn't do anything. I think I forget what it was. Well, back in the day, man, when I would record, I would say like some super outlandish shit. Because honestly, it was like so I'm looking at lesson one, I'm looking at all the crew like 30 motherfuckers, like Def C and all this motherfuckers. So for me, it was like, are we all just trying to prove that we're the dopest rapper? Yeah. But like to me, that wouldn't like nobody's gonna really stand out. So I was like, I'm just gonna be fucking wild, and like this is gonna be the one random dude over here saying wild ass shit all the time. And and I was like, I'll prove to you that I'm a dope rapper on my own projects, but on like group projects, I'm gonna just be wild as fuck. And I don't know. He said something. I saw him. This is like probably like 2 years ago. I saw him at this bar, High Dive, and I was talking to him about. I asked him if it was cool if I could record at his crib. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to record with him, and he said I said something like I don't know something. One lyric I said it was something about like I don't even know what it was, man. I used to say so much wild shit, like, and he just didn't like my content. You know what I'm saying? And like that was pretty much the last time I spoke to Will, and like now like they don't even like say what up. Like I've seen him out, and like I've thrown him the piece, and the deuces, and he kind of looks past me. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Well, I'm sure that's nothing, and it's just miscommunication.
I don't know. I was because he's a barista over at Rochambeau. Saw him the other day. Was like, "What up, bro?" And he just like kept the cigarette in his mouth, like staring at me, like no response. Like I'm like, all right. This is like it's like a month ago. Not even jacking. This is like a month ago.
That's nuts. I would be like, what did I do to you, man? What did I do?
Oh, I don't really care. I mean, maybe he just feels like I don't know. Maybe he feels like I don't know if it's music. Is it music related? Because like I haven't even really put out music like that in so fucking long. I don't understand how you could still be salty over something like that.
Nah. I try to like stay on Christian Snapchat, look at his stuff, and hit him up sometimes too.
Yeah, I like to share his stuff. I fucks with Christian. Christian's probably one of the most humble dudes out of the crew from back in the day. I want to interview him too.
Hell yeah, he's doing a lot of dope shit.
Oh yeah,
the youth.
I'm gonna drop a project pretty soon here, man. I saw a fucking Mammoth. So like that dude Mike Kellogg or whatever. Like you told me to listen to his music like years ago, and I was like super like, nah, man, he needs to listen to my music. But like, but like, it was like one day my wife was out of town, and I was like, fuck, oh, Mike Kellogg's performing at Company Brewing, so I headed down. I like went down there, ran into Mam. I'm like, yo, I got all these beats. Like my project was like pretty much already written, and I was like, yo, let me get your number because I like got a new phone. I didn't have his contact. He put his number in my phone, like. And I hit him up like 2 days later, like, yo, I'm trying to like set up some studio time, and like no response, like just ghosted me. Like
yeah, I mean he's a busy man. I mean when I was recording with him in 2015, I had to book out at least a month or two in advance.
Shit. Yeah, I just booked studio time at a High Five studio. I wasn't sure like where to go as far as like engineers. Like I only know like Mo or Mammoth really, and
Pizzle.
I don't know if I've ever really met Pizzle. I think we had that like one show at that like Irish spot, but I don't think I've ever really met him. And then when I was doing that hip hop podcast, like all the people there were like beefing with Pizzle. Like the people we would have on our podcast like had issue with Pizzle.
What?
Like yeah, it was like I don't know if you know like Ren. I think it was Ren's Young. I think it was Ren's Young and Pizzle were beefing or some shit like that. Like there's like all these.
He's got a studio too.
Ren's?
Yeah, he's dope as fuck.
Oh, Ren's is not fucking with me. Even though like so I don't know, I sent him because he came to my crib when I was living in Bayview and we had him on the podcast for the first time. And then I like sent him like one of my older songs and he like didn't respond to it. And then we like hosted an event for him at Company and I was like super fitted. He was like, dude, man, you look amazing, like blah blah. I was like, okay, like I was like, what is this fake vibe? You just like ghosted me like a month ago, and like now you're like, dude, you look amazing, blah blah. Like it's like yeah, like you were at my house and I was like wearing fucking my house clothes, like you know, like I'm at home. I'm not dressing up for you, motherfuckers. Like. But no, I was like, let me look, because I looked up the engineers at High Five, and then I was like, I couldn't really find too many black people in the reviews that fucked with the studio. But then I just I did a Facebook search of the dude, Ryan Rosman, or whatever, that owns the studio. I like searched him on Facebook, and I guess he just like, he recorded and mixed Blizz's last project, 5. And I guess like James Joyce records, like a bunch of motherfuckers like record. I was like, oh, all right, this dude's solid. So
all right.
About to go down there.
all right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's all Mike Regal beats too. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Shit, I just talked to him on FaceTime the other day.
I paid that man like we worked out a deal. I gave him like a stack for like I don't know, it's like 11 beats or some shit like that. I don't know.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's what's up. Hey, gotta invest. Gotta
exactly.
invest in yourself. I
And
think I saw Vaughn posted that he spent a stack on that Solange beat.
really, Jesus, where did he get it from?
I don't know.
I think he's with Renz, isn't he? I think he records with he's got to be with Renz because I know he told me like years ago that he recorded with Pizzle, but I'm pretty sure he works with Renz Young. So like,
Yeah, the Vogel Park Squad with
yeah, that's what Renz said. Like when he started Vogel Park, Pizzle and all them got pissed off because it was like, well, now you're going against our shit. And he was like, no, I'm just trying to like make my own lane. Like I'm not trying to like diss y'all, but they were like, they didn't fuck with him anymore because he started Vogel Park.
yeah, I think Drudini's in that.
Yep, Drudini.
Taiso, Supreme,
Yeah.
Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice little squad.
Yeah. You got the Milwaukee rappers who got their little labels and studios. Like Renji's got his shit over there. I don't know if he fucks with me or not. I can't tell. I really can't tell.
Hey, you
I'm
won't
on.
unless you try, man.
No, I mean he's on the podcast, and I'm on the side of he doesn't fuck with me, like, like because we reviewed like his homie CT. We reviewed his first project or whatever, and so this is like the first episode of that podcast, and we were like, we're gonna be honest, like we're not gonna like sugarcoat things for local artists, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. So I was like, yo, I like the concepts, he can rap, but I was like, the mix is kind of off, and I was like, whoever did the mix like should probably redo that, and they were like, no, you can't say that, and I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, House of Renji, man. I'm like, what's House of Renji? I didn't know what the fuck it was at the time, like, you know what I'm saying? This is my introduction, and like. Then like week after week, like if like Renji got brought up, like Isaiah would preface it by saying like, well, Jermaine doesn't like this guy. And like he would always like just say things like that I don't like Genesis Renji. And I'm like, I don't even know any. I was like, I feel like I've met him before, but I don't know him. Like, I don't have an issue with him. But he would keep saying that. And then eventually he came on the podcast and he like, bro is not fucking with me at all. And I'm like,
Kind of set yourself up there, huh?
But every time Isaiah kept saying it, I was like, bro, stop saying that.
Right.
Like,
Adding fuel to the fire, bro.
yeah, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, it's not the case. And then we're there, and he's even like, oh, it's crazy because because it was like a beat battle and Genesis performed that. He's like, even at the beat battle, Jermaine was like, oh, Genesis is dope. And it's like, well, why are you saying this right now? Why are you trying to like put me out there like that? I don't have an issue with this person at all. But then by you saying like I was like, oh, he's actually dope, you're trying to make it seem like I did have an issue with this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I said I remember I said to Jen, I was like, bro, I feel like we've met before, like maybe at a show or something. He's like, we've never met before. You've never met me before. And I was like, okay.
Oh.
And then like a week later, like a memory popped up where he hosted a show we did at the Cactus Club, and he was like sharing pictures of me talking about like, oh, this guy's killing it. And I was like, oh my God.
Did you go to that contest at UWM that I lost to a chick with the guitar?
I think so. Yeah, I was there.
He did a song at that too.
I did a song too, right? I did My Name's Jermaine, or
Yeah.
And that was like the first time I ever performed.
Word.
Yeah. On what he did a song. Who was he with? Just himself?
Yeah, I think so. Dude, that just made me remember about fucking the first time I performed, and I didn't even remember that when we were talking about when I first started rapping. Different by Design, bro.
Different by Design.
Me,
oh yeah.
Emo and the English dude, K Flava.
K Flava, who was like stealing all his rhymes apparently.
I don't know. I caught him stealing photos. So.
Oh, you caught him stealing photos.
Yeah, but that shit was funny. Were you at that first show that we had at the Miramar?
Yeah, I was at the Miramar. I was at most of y'all shit back in the day.
Oh yeah. Damn, that show was.
Miramar was the spot for all the local hip hop shows like back in the day. Now they're like all EDM.
That was an Afton show
Oh really?
where they just put a bunch of random ass people together and have them sell their own tickets.
Yeah, no, I know what it is. Them niggas, I did an Afton show. No, actually, that was my first ever performance in high school. I did an Afton show, and like nobody bought any tickets, like except for like my one homie bought a ticket.
Yeah.
And but it was like the whole thing. It was a contest. It was an Afton contest where the crowd noise chooses who wins.
Yeah.
But nobody bought tickets, so clearly whoever sold the most tickets is gonna win the contest.
Right.
And it was like I think my boy Therton, who got me started rapping, he got second place in the contest. And then they were like, oh yeah, so like it's Christmas time, we're gonna contact you guys like in January, yada yada yada. And they just like disappeared. Like, I think I remember like Sav's crew saying like they did an Afton show and they like jacked that dude for like a bag of money like afterwards. Cause like once they realized how much of the scam the show was, like they like jacked him. He had like a trash bag full of money.
What?
I remember some story like that. It was like about a shady Afton show.
That's tight. That's tight. Yeah, I think we sold like 50 tickets or something, and we got like $200.
See, yeah, if you can get people to support you, then it's not a bad deal.
Right.
Yeah. For like, what is it, like $15 you sell those tickets for or some shit?
Yeah.
Who the fuck? It's hard to get people to spend $5 at a show,
Right.
man. Like,
Right.
K-Flavor, man.
Come down here though, people are getting $10-15 every single show. It's crazy. Yeah.
So then you did the Different by Design. Was that before or after Stereo Smarts?
Shit.
And I don't think I've ever met Stereotype. I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
Stereotype. He was dope.
It's just a random voice to me. I've never seen his face. Like
Another Jewish looking guy from Madison.
oh, word. He's not black?
No.
All right. That just threw me off. I thought he was a black dude this whole time.
Nah, he's actually from Cali, but he went to Madison. Yeah.
Why didn't you guys put your faces on the cover of the project?
I don't know.
I thought he was a black dude that whole time. I mean, I knew you, so I knew you were white, but I thought he was black that whole time.
Shit, a lot of people that heard me the first time were like, "Oh, this is you?"
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Damn. Forgot about all that shit. That's crazy.
It's probably all good memories, you know, for the most part.
Yeah, definitely good memories. And now we're almost 30.
Yeah. It's my golden birthday at the end of the month.
Nice, dude.
I call it the olden birthday, man. I don't know, man. It's not, I don't feel any different. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like that same dude.
Yeah, same.
I'm actually taking what'd you say?
I try to play soccer.
Oh, shit.
Holy fuck, bro. Woo!
I've actually, started back in March. I started training jujitsu.
What?
And but I took the last 2 or 3 months off at this point because I switched jobs and then I currently don't have health insurance. And when I was at practice and we were doing like heel hooks and like knee bars and like my knee, like my good knee, like my left knee has always been shitty ever since I was a little boy, but my right knee was always straight. And then it just gave out on me. And like after we were doing all these like holds and I was like, fuck, I don't have health insurance anymore. So I'm like, let me just take a break until I get health insurance, and then I'm right back at it, trying to do these jiu-jitsu competitions and shit.
Open enrollment is live right now.
What do you mean? For jiu-jitsu? Oh, for
health insurance.
Oh, it is. Actually, yeah, it is. It is live right now. I just signed up for that shit.
Yeah, I gotta re-up. Is
Is that how it is for every company? Like, right, like, is this the time to enroll in health insurance for every company? So I
Yes.
feel like, yeah, at all my jobs, it was around this time when you could sign up.
Yeah.
Like, that's interesting. But it probably won't, I think it doesn't kick in until like January, right?
Right.
Yeah. So like January 1st, I'm just going to like, I'm trying to fight a nigga, you know what I'm saying? That, to be honest with
Oh
you.
yeah.
So
Just
like,
go to the hospital.
well, no, I was, so the gym I go to is like, it's this place called Neutral Ground. And, they mainly focus on the east side. Its main focus is jujitsu, and then they have like one or two kickboxing classes. And then if you want to like do like judo, you got to go to like South Milwaukee, and like it's just like they offer different things at different locations. But like right in River West is a spot that has like everything like that I need. Like they got yoga, they got boxing, they got kickboxing, they got wrestling, they got all the shit. And it's like the place I've been going to is 120 a month, but this place is $75 a month for like more shit. I'm like, fuck.
Jeez.
No, yeah, 120. I mean, I guess it sounds like a lot. I mean,
I guess for me, because.
but if you're actually like going every day and like I feel like I got a lot out of that class, man. Just like being there with those people, man. Like like I cannot wait to get back to jujitsu, man. I've never been an athlete, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely keeps your mind in a good place when your body's healthy.
Oh yeah. No, see, I started it honestly because when I started buying all those beats from Regal, and then I like bought this mic or whatever, like started like just recording shit to just like get back in practice, and like I was just like out of breath, like just trying to spit a verse, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm getting fat as. I was like, I gotta work out. This is not gonna work. I'm like, I'm not gonna be this fat and put out music, so had to get the jujitsu in. You know what I'm saying?
I tried to play indoor soccer a few months ago, and like the first time I got back on the field, it was like I hadn't played in like 3-4 years or some shit like that. And first time I got back on the field, like I literally threw up, bro.
Shit.
That out of shape.
It's a great workout.
I thought I was just gonna come right back in and just, school some motherfuckers real quick, but shit is real.
Yeah, it's real out here, man.
It's real growing up.
That's how I feel about jujitsu, man. Like when I first started, I'm just getting dominated, bro. Dominated. Choked out like a motherfucker. And it's like it's still even like if you got a color on your belt, then like chances are you could fuck me up. You could fuck me up without even using your hands. But but by the time I like right before I quit, I was at the point where they weren't submitting me. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I was doing all those things. So like
you had some defense.
Yeah. And I was choking all the other white belts out. Like I'm not even bullshitting. I was like, what the fuck? Like these people have been doing this for like this guy's like a year, 3 years. Like all these people have been doing this for years. They're white belts, and I'm able to choke them out. Like so, like I don't know. I was just all about that consistency, man. You know what I'm saying?
You're just choking motherfuckers out.
Yes.
That's what's up. Like fucking Ben Simmons looking ass dude.
For real, I saw that shit. I was like, bro, that's great technique. He got right on the neck. Like maybe he's trained, so.
Hell yeah.
Man, who you voting for, bro?
I don't know. Probably Bernie.
Bernie?
Your Yang Gang?
I'm Yang Gang all day. I think, but I've always been like even back in the day, like I remember like Obama's second term or the second election, I voted for the Green Party. Like I've never been like I've never been a typical dude. Like I'm always outside the box.
Yeah, so I mean I wanna help, not hurt. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's what Yang is gonna do. That's the last debate I saw. Yang had pointed out like a lot of the things that Bernie and Warren are trying to implement have like been implemented in other countries and failed like right away. Yeah. He's like, why are we trying to do these? Like, why are you guys campaigning on these systems that have already failed? And I'm like, yeah, Yang, you're shutting them all down. But because he's not a politician, people aren't really looking at him like that, which is it is what it is. But Trump isn't a politician, and he's the fucking president of the United States. So
Yeah, I mean, he's a tech guy, so maybe I could get my vote swayed his way,
yeah,
being in the tech community.
you guys should start the campaign, man. Just get Yang out there, just Yang everything, bro.
Put it in our software, show the good stats. Stats point to Yang.
Stats point to Yang. Nah, he's definitely. I don't think he's gonna get the nomination. But I don't think I'm gonna vote for Bernie, man. I was honestly hurt.
I mean, if it's somebody against Trump, like who are you voting for?
I'm not voting for Trump. I mean,
Right.
but I didn't vote last time.
I didn't either, but my state was Democrat. I was in Nevada. You know what I'm saying? So I probably could have done an absentee vote for Wisconsin, which voted for Trump.
Trump won Wisconsin?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I just remember because that night I remember I was at my boy Zach's house and I was like, "There's no fucking way that he's gonna win." And it was like time kept going, and then these results are coming in. I'm like, "What the fuck is happening?"
There's no way. There's no way.
God, it's so crazy, bro. I could not fathom that Donald Trump would be our president right now, but he is.
Ridiculous, man. That's why I just stopped fucking with politics, man. Like, I can't even. College come at me with these articles and shit, and I'm just like, nah. I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck that dude. Fuck everything about him. When we go back to vote again, I'm for sure voting against him, but I can't even deal with this fucking bullshit that's going on right now, man. Can't even let that negative energy come into my circumference.
Definitely not. But see, that's how I felt about it. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna pay attention to any of this shit. But I was like, the debate was on the other day, and I was like, I gotta watch this right now because it could be another Hillary, where I'm like, yo, it's not the lesser of two evils. I was like, I don't want neither one of you guys in office. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I gotta watch it right now just to make sure we're not getting in a shitty situation. If we are, then I'll gladly just turn away from it and not vote again. But
you're acting like Hillary would have been
worse.
That's what you're acting like.
She's a politician, you know.
They're all politicians.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Okay. Thank you.
That's what
Jermaine.
So I was a crazy conspiracy theorist back in the day, and that Epstein dude would always pop up as far as with Pizzagate and all this pedophilia, but he had connections with the Clintons. That's what I'm saying. He got arrested for all that pedophilia shit, and they were years ago. There's all this it was public information that Clinton was on his plane, his private jet, going to this secret island that he owned that everybody said was a pedophile island.
Bro, Clinton was about that shit.
Yes. So I can't. And then when I watched the 13th Amendment, that documentary that came out on Netflix, and they were talking about how through the Clintons prison sentences and just pretty much they named people of color super criminals or some shit like that. Hillary said that term. She coined that term super criminal, super predator. A super predator is what she called mainly people of color who commit crimes. And they ramped up all these fucking punishments. The war on drugs ramped up because of the Clintons. If you look into it, man, those people are shady, and I don't see how she's better than Donald Trump. I feel like Donald Trump is better because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I feel like he's not intentionally going to be a shitty person because he doesn't know how to get anything done. Says.
I appreciate him because he's just fucking shit up, Yeah. So hopefully he doesn't get reelected, but it should, turn, for something positive after this motherfucker gets out of there.
So I was honestly when Hillary got the nomination, I was if anything, I would vote for Trump just so that it can get really bad for 4 years so that we can get Bernie in there.
Right.
But when Bernie was like, no, I'm out of this race. You guys should vote for Hillary. Like, I don't know if you remember that backlash. Like, people were pretty upset when he endorsed her,
Right.
and he stepped out of the race. And like a lot of those people,
what else is he gonna do?
he could have fought. He could have fought.
Like, man, that sucks that he lost.
But a lot of people like openly voted for Trump, who supported Bernie.
Right.
And then once he endorsed her, they voted for Trump, and that's like common knowledge. So I'm like, he factored in to Trump being elected by doing that. Like, I can't rock with Bernie this time. He's
gonna legalize weed.
Well, I mean, maybe I could rock with Bernie. I think Yang would legalize weed. I think Yang is talking about that.
Yeah, he's a businessman. It's business.
It is business. It doesn't make any sense how every state isn't like, it should be federal, legal. Like, they should be like, oh, you see all that money they're making over there? Let's fucking do that everywhere.
Right.
Like,
that's the argument. Shit. We're fucking out here cutting gym and fucking science and after school classes for kids and shit.
All that shit would be paid for.
Right.
If we just fucking legalize marijuana. Like, it's fucking crazy. And then the arts would naturally get better because everybody's gonna be high on marijuana.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I mean, everybody already is, bro.
I'm taking a break right now.
I thought I just saw you holding a weed stem, bro.
Yeah, I got like a stem right here.
I just ran out, so I'm taking a break.
Nah, I mean, I did run out, and I was about to pick up some more, and then I was just like, man, I just be smoking all day. Like I'll come home from work right away, smoke. Like I used to have my one hitter, and like it was like right after work, just fucking hit that shit as I'm leaving the building. Like no fucks given. It's like, dude, I need to chill out, man. I'm just high all the time, man. Like,
dude, I'm using it as medication these days, man, because this job is giving me anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit's tough, man.
What exactly do you do?
So, we did do the games and stuff. We actually made a virtual reality educational game for Discovery World in Milwaukee. And we set up their whole VR booth and setup that they got going on there.
That's crazy.
But then we tried to do this like VR arcade in Vegas at the big mall that they got there. And that shit was weak as fuck. Like nobody wanted to like try it on and like play the game and shit. So
why not?
I don't know. They were scared of it. Nobody really. It was like 2016. Like nobody. It was weird. But so we were like, all right, fuck this shit. We got this idea for data visualization in 3 dimensions. So like, you got like XY graphs, right?
Yeah.
But now you got X, Y, and Z, so you can add more dimensionality to your data. And we thought that was like a crazy idea. Nobody's fucking doing it. So, and it's like a business application. Everybody else is doing games. So we want to be like one of the first business applications for virtual reality. So we did that and we put it out on Steam, which is like mostly just for video game stuff. Cause
yeah, that's where I play Civilization.
Because we built it in a game engine. We built it in Unreal. So that's like where a lot of video games are, like the software that a lot of video games are made with is Unreal. So we put it out on Steam because there was no other like platform to put something out like that. And that shit got like 10,000 downloads like right away. Like shit was like one of the top like business apps on Steam and shit,
Huh.
and Oculus. Um, so that's where we got like invited to come to Austin, and then we kind of that was called DataViz VR, and now there's like a new thing called AR, which is augmented reality,
Mm-hmm.
with like glasses that you can see through and like holograms pop up in the real world.
Yeah, like with Pokemon Go.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're incorporating that as well. So we're like, all right, we got to take VR out of the name, and we kind of rebranded as 3Data. So 3D data, basically. Um, Now we're partnered with Microsoft.
Shit.
We're doing an investment round right now. And we're raising $1.5 million.
Damn, son. Out here doing big things.
I can't name the name, but our lead investor is a Texas sports guy.
Really? That's hype. Texas sports guy.
That invests in companies, in lots of companies.
Mark Cuban. I'm just joshing. But yeah. That's hype. That's pretty fucking amazing, man. That is pretty fucking amazing. Like, damn, dude.
But yeah, that's him.
I got you. I could edit that out. That's pretty fun. Have you met him?
No, not yet. Hopefully, hopefully we get to go to Mavs Bucks game or some shit.
Shark Tank ass shit. Like that's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah. So we're trying to finish that round right now. So it's been a little stressful around the office, but I mean, more stress is good, I guess.
Yeah, I guess if it'll push to greatness, you know.
Exactly.
Pressure creates diamonds.
Exactly.
That's what they say.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to, and I mean, what I do in the company is like all the graphics. Like I started, I learned how to 3D model in the past couple years. I learned how to code last year. And I'm doing like all the marketing materials. Like I design all that shit, design the logos, all the branding stuff, everything, all the pitch decks, the environment that you go into when you go into VR, like all the menus that you use, like all that shit.
Damn, dog.
All the demos that we show to people, like shit is pretty crazy. You know, you gotta wear a lot of hats when you have a startup.
Yeah, that's what it seems like, man. That's I guess higher education was kind of a startup, but nobody really wanted to wear any hats.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But all right, that's fucking dope, dog. I guess you probably don't have too much time for music. You're doing all that,
Right.
Unless you guys were able to hire some employees or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean we're starting to right now. Like last year we hired 2 people, 3 people actually. This year, like in the past month or so, we're talking to a few more engineers. So like, hopefully, pretty soon we're gonna have a bigger team and be able to work faster. And maybe I'll have more time, but I'm not gonna count on that. I'm just gonna wait until we sell to like Google or some shit, and
Hell yeah.
then I'll have enough money to
really invest in it and like make the shit look cool.
Exactly. So yeah, it's all just on hold right now. It's not done. The door has not been closed. It's just been redirected for a little bit.
Definitely. No, that's how I felt. Like, I don't know if the door was closed on me, like making music. I mean, I like in the summer I put out like 4 random songs. Like I was like, let me just do this higher education style where I just like fucking write it on the spot. My guy like sent me those beats like maybe like 3-4 years ago, And I hit them up to see like if they were still available, and I was just like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna like try to teach myself how to mix and like put these songs, which I can't, at all. And I was like, let me just put that out there. But like, nah, like now I'm just gonna try to take my time and make sure like I'm not gonna put the project out until videos at least I'm gonna do one. I want maybe do two. It's only gonna be like 7 songs, which is like me kind of like swagger jacking Kanye West. But yeah, man, I just had to refocus. I had to stop doing a lot of bullshit that I was doing. Cause like I remember like all my music was about like drinking and partying and doing all shit. And it's like I don't do any of that anymore.
Right.
And I felt like for a little while that I couldn't really. I was like, what am I gonna talk about? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like who am I as an artist and shit?
And if I don't live that life, if I don't go out there and have those experiences, like then how am I Jermaine Event? But that isn't Jermaine Event. It's a terrible mindset.
I feel that. Yeah, man. Sometimes you got to step away to really get a good grasp of everything around and just kind of live life to be able to gather that content that you really want to speak about.
Yeah. Yo, you know what? Do you know what Regal does in Vegas?
I think he just does music, just music now.
That's like how he makes a living?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure.
Damn. That's pretty dope. Cause that's the impression. I was like, is he just producing right now?
Yeah.
Like, damn, that's what's up. Cause isn't like AR out there with him too?
Yep. AR. I know Vato was. I don't know if he's back in the mill now though.
I don't know who Vato is.
He's like a fashion guy.
No, I don't know that guy.
He did rap for a little bit. He's got a couple nice songs out. But yeah, his Regal's girl Michelle moved out there. She does dope photography. So, and then there's another producer from the mill out there, Gully Mang, that they all kick it with. So they got a nice little crew out there.
That's pretty dope. Like,
supporting.
It sounds like the life though.
Yeah, he's got a lot of fire photos.
Mm-hmm. No, I see all that. He's doing the gold dust shit and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's pretty fucking dope. Like, Regal's got a nice little buzz, I see. I'm proud of that dude. I remember when I seen him at the Iron Horse for the first time, just like some random ass dude. And then I don't know who he was with, but like I know he came back to like Anaron's crib in River West. It was like him and like just all these random black dudes. We didn't know any of these people he was with, but it was like, all right, they came through and like we all just smoked hella blunts and everything was chill. I was like, dude, this dude's fucking cool as fuck. Like,
yeah, hell yeah, Regal is he's the man.
Regal is the man.
He's got a lot of connects. Everybody loves Regal.
No, everybody does. Like he's like, we're not blood related, but like his cousin is marrying my cousin like pretty soon here. They've been together for like probably like 10, 11 years. They got like hella kids together and shit. I don't know. You were there when he won that beat battle at the Miramar. And I was like shit faced and ran on stage when he after he won.
I forgot about that. Oh man. You a fool.
Yeah, I was wild, man.
That shit was hype as fuck though.
I don't even know what it was. It was like pure adrenaline. Like I hadn't like drank. Like I got there, it was sold out. I tried to sneak in, security caught me, and then I was like, fuck, let me just go around and see if like I can try to like talk to them and get in. And then like as I'm walking up, Skills was leaving. And I was like, bro, you're leaving? He was like, yeah, man, I got kids, man. I'm not. He's like, I got to get out of here. And I was like, fuck. And it sold out. Like, there's no way I can get in. And he just like took off his wristband and was like, here you go. And it was like the all access wristband to get back there, Regal and everything. I was like, oh shit. Like, whoa. And I got in, grabbed a beer, and like all of a sudden I just felt like super shit faced. Like, and I was like super amped up, like out of nowhere. I had like one beer. I was like, what is going on here? Like, this is the most drunk I've ever been in my life.
That's like the one positive story I've heard about Skills.
Well, dude, he gave me that, and I was like, dude, Skills is so dope. I told people that, and then they were like, really? Because he left and then started posting like, fuck all those weak ass motherfuckers at that beat battle. Like that same day, he was talking shit. Like as he left, gave me the wristband, was talking shit about everybody at the beat battle. I was like, whoa, man. Like he seems so dope every time I see him in person, but he gets online and man, those Twitter fingers, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I was just watching some shit about the beef he's got going on right now.
You was watching some shit?
Yes, fucking Spades.
Like, no, I don't think so. Oh wait, is he got like the blonde hair or some shit?
Yeah, it was
Like a
red, I think it was
yeah,
red.
yeah. I've seen him. I'm not the biggest fan.
Well, him and Skills got some beef right now. He actually just put
Wait,
out a diss
didn't
track about Skills.
didn't they have a track together? I saw a video that they just put out like maybe a few months ago. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they were in the crew together.
Wow.
And
And why
now there's a diss track about Skills.
what happened?
Skills left dude in Milwaukee when they were supposed to go to A3C together.
You just
And
left him?
like this dude, like Spades, basically like re-energized Skills' career, basically like bringing him out to all these shows with the new kids and shit.
I thought he was done actually.
Right? Nah, it was just shit fell off, and then he got up with this other crew that Spades was in, and they did a bunch of shit together. Spades put out like 20-some videos last year.
Yeah.
And then now they're beefing.
That's
And,
pretty whack.
yeah, but I'm here for it.
We said you were watching the video? Like
Yeah, he went live to just like explain.
oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm friends on Facebook with him.
Gotcha.
I think I'm friends with Tony Kolstad. Yeah, Kolstad or whatever his name is. I think I'm friends with him, but not Spades. I wasn't a fan of his music, so I didn't add him.
That's funny.
It's like some super like hood type shit, right? Like
It's like trap rock.
yeah, it's like trap rock. I don't know. I wasn't into it. I remember they were like right when I was like toward the end of like performing in the scene, there were like those newer cats coming up that were doing that trap rock shit, like screaming into the mic, and I was just like, I don't know what the fuck y'all are hearing, but I'm not here for this. Like, I don't want it. Like,
Shit. This is a new wave, bro.
I'm not with it. I don't know. Have you heard any of the last two Earl Sweatshirt projects?
No, I didn't. I saw
They're fucking dog shit.
Horrible.
They're horrible, man. And that's like, so that's what I compare this trap rock shit to. Like, just do your thing, man. No matter how terrible it sounds to me, just do your thing. You know, at the end of the day. Because look at Earl Sweatshirt. He used to be dope. And now he's just making songs just to make songs.
Now he's doing what he wants. If it doesn't have the Jermaine stamp of approval.
Nah, man, my stamp don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why this ain't no hip hop podcast. This is just me talking. You know, my stamp doesn't mean anything. It just means that I'm not gonna come to your show. That's all that means.
Right, and like it's just
and
one person.
Yeah, and I don't go to anybody's shows. So like that's what I'm saying. I don't even go out anymore, man. Like when I went to go see that Mick, is it Mick or Mike Kellogg? Mike, when I saw Mike Kellogg, that was the first time I went out to see a local show and dude, probably like 2 years or something like that, man. Because I don't drink or anything, so like I don't really like hang out at bars.
Right, and that's like all people do.
Yeah.
Did you
did I like what going?
Mike?
Oh yeah, he was dope.
Yeah,
he was dope.
Yeah, he opened up at the Halloween shit in Madison.
Fright Fest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with Webster X and whatnot. Yeah.
Yes, Webster.
How are you guys?
Don't talk.
You don't talk. You're not cool, Web.
I'm cool with Web,
Oh
but it's never like, hey, let's go kick it, bro.
yeah. No, I've never had that kind of relationship with him. I usually don't even say what up to him when I see him, and I'm not even trying to like big dog any of these people. It's just like, man, some of these local cats just be feeling themselves way too hard, bro. And it's like, I'm not even gonna give you that acknowledgement, bro.
Hey, I just, I
Come at
just,
me like a normal person. Like,
hey, I'm Sam.
no, that's not how it is. He was at the Mike Kellogg show, and I like my homie who like went to high school with him. Like I saw Sam there, and I just like we like made eye contact, but I just walked right by him because I'm like, if you want to say what up, I'll say what up. But if you're not going to, then I don't need to. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about it. And then my guy was like,
Ah,
my guy who went to like school with him was like they grew up together, and he was like, yo, he like wouldn't even like say what up to me. He was acting like he didn't know me that day. And I'm like, dude, like, I'm like, I've known this man for a little bit. We've never been cool, but at least like we'd say what up. But he's like kind of like big. He's trying to big dog me right now, and I'm not here for it, bro. I'm not gonna get all on your dick just because other people like your music. You know what I'm saying? That shit is trap rock to me.
dude's just gonna say anything. That's trap rock.
Yeah.
Man, that's so trap rock, dude. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
Have you seen this that rap show on Netflix?
No. Oh, the Ryman or some shit like that. Like I no, I haven't checked it out.
Yeah, it's
There's
pretty
supposed
dope.
to be some girl from Milwaukee on there.
Yep, yep.
I
Uh,
just
Kaylee Crossfire.
yeah, she's
I
in
don't
the
know why she's the one that they chose.
I mean, I just don't understand any of it, man. Like, cause have you seen the backline stuff, right?
Yep.
I don't know half of those people. I don't know majority of those people. It's like I know Classic, obviously. I
Yeah.
know I think what Webster X is the newest cohort. Who was Abby Jean was on there before, but then it'll be like the other people in there. I'm like, I've never even heard of these artists. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple kind of random people, but
I've never seen Kaylee Crossfire like on a bill, like at a show. I'd never heard of her until she became a part of Backline. That was my intro. I was like, dude, I've never even seen her
she's not
perform.
backline.
Isn't she? I
No,
thought she was with Classic. Who's the girl with Classic in his cohort?
I don't know. Shit, maybe she is. I don't know.
Hmm. There's some black girl. I thought it was
No, Zed Kenzo is one with
no, she's not with Classic. Classic is
Lex.
it's him. I think Kaylee Crossfire and these two girls who like are like in some kind of like pop synth band. These like
Interesting.
two sisters.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. I didn't know.
I don't understand it all because I went to those girls' Facebook. And it was like their posts will have like 2 likes or something like that. It's like, well, who are these people? How are these people getting chosen for this thing? And they clearly don't have any buzz at all. But I don't know.
They must have potential.
Maybe.
Who do you rock with, Jermaine?
I rock with you, Sean Smart. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. As far as local cats, most of them like have these weird egos, bro. Like I
Yeah.
I fuck with my boys. You know, Diamato, all the Classic's cool. Like Classic is probably the most buzzing out of all of them, but he's the most humble out of all of them. Like
Mhm.
why don't you guys see Classic as like a role model? Be like Classic, all right? Fuck, dude. I
Yeah.
don't. No, but I was. This is like maybe like 2 years ago. I was with like classic Blizz and all the motherfuckers like after a random ass show. And this is another issue that I had with Bull, and Bull's denied it since, like not to me, but this is multiple things that happened. One thing that happened when I was hanging out at these people's houses. I think it was who's that dude? Liam Duox or some shit. We're hanging out at Liam's house over in Tulsa when they had that store. They still had that store, and like they lived like right around the corner. And we went over to that crib, and but so the Bull issue, right? I was talking to Blizz and Trees, that dude, and Blizz was like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Cause he said he was on shrooms or some shit. He was like, I'm on shrooms, and I'm just like being real honest right now. He's on be honest with you, bro. He was like, I would have worked with you back in the day. Like I was always into it, but I always heard that you were always coked out all the time. So like, and I'm like, coked out? Like, you heard that I was on cocaine all the time? And then like Trees is like, yeah, man, I heard that too. I'm like, what? And then I'm thinking in my head, like, why the fuck would anybody say that? And then I think like the one person who like, once he like left higher education and was trying to hang out with all those motherfuckers was Bull. And what did Bull say? Like, I'm thinking about what did Bull say about Eric and Garrett when I first met him? They be in the room doing crack this, crack that, crack that. I'm like, the only person that would have fucking told them that I was doing coke or something all the time would have been fucking Bull. I don't see how anybody else would even make that assumption because that wasn't the life I was living. Like, I'm like, you guys thought I had enough money for something like that? Like I didn't have a job half the time. Like, I don't know how I could be coked out of my mind. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah, that's what Blizz told me, man. And Trees co-signed that he heard it too. That was the opinion of me, is that I'm coked out all the time and hard to work with.
I mean, what does the coked out part may be false, but you know,
The hard to work. I say the hard to work with part was probably there. I mean, in the situation, because like with higher education, man, I never really felt comfortable. Like before I came to higher education, like they were saying, like Mo was saying how like, oh, I could record and like do my music the way I want to do it, and like just be me, and he's gonna record it and I'll just release with you guys. Then it's like, oh man, we gotta make a dance song. And it's like, dude, I'm trying to like make music, bro. Like I'm not trying to like make your club records here. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I guess I just got annoyed with the whole situation. So I probably got difficult to work with for everybody because like I just wasn't feeling the overall situation, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that there was definitely some tension there sometimes.
Definitely tension, man. But I don't know.
I felt it too, you know.
I mean, like, so Isaiah said he asked Bull about the whole coke thing, and Bull denied it. But I'm like, well, obviously, he wouldn't say like, yeah, I told everybody that this man be on coke all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he denied it. But that's like right now where I don't rock with dude at all because I'm under the impression that he spread these rumors.
Because of the assumption. Yeah.
That when Eric and Garrett were just doing any kind of drug at all, he's like, they're doing crack. They're in there doing crack. And then I went in there and started doing Molly with them and stuff. So like,
I mean, they were doing hella drugs.
They were doing drugs, but he called it all crack. So then when I went in there and did Molly, he was saying I was doing crack. Like he would say that, oh, you in there doing crack with him. We're not doing crack. We're doing Molly. All right. Doing a little bit of Molly, and we're going to go to this EDM concert and dance. Like, right. That's what we're doing. Like, so that's just like how.
If it looks like crack, it's fucking crack, man.
But it's just like, for me, I don't really see who else. I mean, it could have been some outside motherfucker that I've never even really met that doesn't even know shit about me, and that's just their opinion of me. You know what I'm saying? It could be that, but my assumption is it was Bull. You know, I don't really see who else knows me and associated with them around that time. You know?
Right. Well,
I'm gonna edit out like half that, like probably like the last 20 minutes. Like. So shit, you got any like social medias or anything you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Bro, I don't even go. I don't even have time to go on social media anymore. Like, I just go on to stay up to date with what's happening in Milwaukee, pretty much.
Mm.
But yeah, I barely post anything these days. But I mean, if you want to go listen to my old music, we didn't talk about my mixtape that I put out after I left higher education yet.
Oh, we can talk about that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like that's definitely the best music I've ever put out.
Yeah.
Sean Smart, the mixtape, got to put it out the day after Thanksgiving. And I opened up for Prof at the rave that day. That shit was dope. Did a bunch of coke with his opener. Fucking what's his name? Something Picasso.
Yo, just to go back on that, what I was saying about Blizz, and they were saying like, "Oh man, we heard you were coked out all the time," like, and so me and Blizz go upstairs, and like half the rappers like Classic and Liam and all of them are gone, and like Royce is there, and like Blizz is like, "Where did everybody go?" They're like, "Oh, they went to go do coke over at the this clothing store." I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now? Like, what the fuck?"
Then was Bliss like, "Oh shit, without us, bro." They were
Because I even said to Blizz, I was like, "Dude, I've done coke, but like." Definitely not on like consistently. Like it's like if it's there randomly, like in a situation, I'm like I've done it, but I'm not coked
not like
out.
I got it in my pocket right now.
Nah, I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't know who to hit up to get it. You know what I'm saying? But you're doing coke with Prof's opener.
Yeah, Nacho Picasso, that's his name. That shit was hilarious. We took a mirror off of the bathroom in the rave, in the backstage area. We were just had a pile of coke on there. It was funny. But yeah.
Was it the rave with what are those rappers from back in the day, like the whole damn world is country? Who are those guys? That all my Nappy Roots.
Yeah.
Was that at the rave or was that in Madison?
That was in Madison, and then they
Rated?
did have a show in Milwaukee that I did some photography for them for at like the Harley Davidson Fest or whatever. Did have a song with Skinny, the dude with the short dude with the afro and shit, but it was on one of Mo's beats, and I had Mammoth make a new beat to that shit. So he didn't send me the fucking tracks without the beat. He sent me it on top of Mo's beat and shit. So I was like, fuck, like I can't even use this anymore.
And you probably would have had to like pay him to redo it or some shit.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt like those dudes were kind of shady.
Yeah, dude, their manager kept hitting me up like months after, like, "Hey, you got some cash?" I'm like, "For what, motherfucker?" Yeah. Like, trying to do like features and shit, and I'm just like promo shit, and I'm like, "Nah, bro, like, stop hitting me up." Like, I blocked that motherfucker.
Wow, that's random as fuck, dude. Shady, dude. So you said so you're at the rave with Open for Prof. You dropped the project.
Dropped the project. Fucking.
Let's get a ration now. Who's your rationale out here? Yeah, this was
That's a Kane-1 beat. Kane-1, shout out Kane-1 on Kanye's new album.
On the weakest Kanye album ever. But shout out to Kane-1.
Recorded that whole project with Mammoth, so I'm happy I got my time in with him now that he's not really available anymore.
I'm sure he's available. I think he just don't fuck with me like that.
Nah, I think he's trying to get his own artists, like his own producing shit.
Bull just dropped the project that was recorded and mixed and mastered by Mammoth.
That was like, when was that though? Like 2-3 months ago. Plus, he had it done for a while.
I just want to say off the record or even on the record that I'm happy that Bull is doing the battling and shit because I kept trying to like encourage him to do that shit and now he's fucking thriving. I'm like, bro, you're built for this fucking shit. So
Right.
happy he's doing that. But yeah.
That's the same thing I told him. I told him, man, you got to get your name out in this battle circuit because that's where the fuck you're fucking doing the best, and that'll help with your music.
Yeah, he kept like showing when we'd be in the studio, he would show me all these battle videos. I'm like, dude, why aren't you doing it? Like, this is your style, bro. Like, you would dominate these cats. Like, he didn't even write like verses, just
Right.
all in the head. Like, and he memorized. I'm like, dude, this is where you need to be.
Yeah. He's cold with it. He's moving up slowly but surely.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he should be moving up faster, but you gotta like, it's all politics and shit.
Yeah. He doesn't got a white boy with him.
Hey, you know, if I had the time, I would get in there, politic for him, cause I believe in that shit for him for real.
Oh, you got Drew Dini on here? I guess I didn't really know who Drew Dini was back in those days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All by myself.
Yeah, Drew Dini fucking murdered it. He was on 3 of the songs. He was on Irrational too, but I didn't put him as a feature because it was just basically some background vocals. But yeah, he killed that shit. You're the one. Oh.
I remember we shot that Rolling Stone video. Oh.
Turned out a disaster.
Yeah.
We smoked like 20 blunts and everybody was just way too high to do it.
Way too high. Great idea, though.
It's one of the first 360 videos up on YouTube. Shit.
Well, then most of the 360 videos that came up were like, they all looked really bad. Like, I think like Fort Minor dropped a 360 video and it was like, I don't want to see this shit. Like,
yeah, that technology kind of still needs to find its way.
Mm-hmm.
But once everybody has VR headsets, then I'm sure it'll come back pretty strong.
Yeah.
Flatbush Zombies actually put out a crazy video using a 360 camera, but they edit it so it's a normal video, but they have it's crazy how you can like the effects that you can use with that shit. It's dope as fuck. I'll have to send you the link to it.
All right.
Zombies. I don't even know what it's called though. But yeah, fucking that project got on basically all the major blogs when blogs were actually important, I guess.
Are blogs not important anymore?
I don't think so. I don't know though, because I haven't been
Yeah,
in
you haven't.
too long.
Me, bro, I haven't like been on the scene, or that's why I'm like, damn, I'm trying to release music, but I don't even really know where to put it. Like,
just gotta put it on. Everybody's putting it on Apple and like all the streaming platforms now, but it's like, how does that get spread out?
Yeah, it all just kind of appears. I just found out today that my podcast is automatically uploaded to YouTube. I'm like, fuck, I didn't even know it was here. Like, I kept telling myself like, yo, I need to make a video and put it on YouTube because you just got to put it everywhere. And I'm like, fuck, they're already here. Like, how the fuck did this happen?
Yeah. Shit, you gotta start promoting that now too.
Nah, so like there's a website called like Submit Hub where you can you pay like for like credits and then you just like send like you start a campaign for either a project or a song, you send them off to all these blogs, reposts for Spotify. I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. Is like finish the project and try to get these motherfuckers to premiere it. But if like blogs aren't important anymore, then what does that even mean?
I mean, I'm sure they are somewhat.
I can't remember the last time I went to any of those websites.
Right. Yeah. Like, I used to only be like up on SoundCloud and shit, and now like I got Apple Music, and that's literally all I listen to now is Apple Music.
Yeah.
So if you're not on Apple Music, I'm not really fucking with it.
Yeah. Just got that. I got the podcast on Apple Music after like trying so hard for like a month.
So it is a process.
Well, it was like the image. It said the image that I used for my podcast. Yeah, it was like weird, and I kept like resizing it, but it was like nope, nope, nope. And then my wife, who made the graphic, she sent me like the original file, and it was like perfect. It was like fine. We'll put it on Apple. I was like, cool. Like fuck. I kept resizing it as they were telling me to like size it, but like they were just like not fucking with it. But,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything on any streaming shit.
you got your project here on SoundCloud.
I guess that's streaming, yeah. SoundCloud. Got it on Bandcamp, I think. Maybe Pandora too. But I'm not getting paid. Shit.
Nah, that's because you can't like. That's I was weird about SoundCloud, where it's like people could play it, but like if you go to Bandcamp, people have the option to like throw you some cash if they want. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they do. I know Static was saying he was making a little bit of money off of like Basquiat or some shit like that. But
yeah, I got a couple people to pay me like $10 for the project or whatever. I said it's like pay what you want. Paid $10.
That's pretty dope.
A couple people, like not much.
Not much at all. No.
Not much. That's why I'm trying to get this tech money.
Hell yeah. Yo, you remember when you opened for Machine Gun Kelly and got you super high on fucking pot chocolate?
Dude. Oh my God, my heart was pounding so fast. I could literally feel it just jumping out of my fucking chest. That was a dope ass show. That was like the first time I saw him perform, and like I wasn't a Machine Gun Kelly fan before that, but after that, I thought he was fucking dope as shit. He was like hanging off the rafters and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that was a fantastic performance. I wasn't a fan before, and then I was after, and then I wasn't after he started dissing him. So that's where we at with that. Can't diss Marshall.
He's got some bangers though.
Machine Gun Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of trap rocky to me. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, to each his own. That's why this is your podcast.
Yeah, it's my just babbling, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you dropped the project, and where do we go from there? Did the
shit from there? It was pretty much jumping into this tech shit, so I didn't have much like
time to promote it,
follow through after that. But I feel like I did get like, you know, kind of what I wanted from that project, just being on my own as a solo artist and people recognizing that I can make some dope ass shit. And I mean, I still get plays from that project to this day, like on SoundCloud. So it's dope.
To this day.
To this fucking day.
No, that's what's up. Did you feel like you were, so you just wanted to like be away from the higher education sound? You wanted to like really break away from that aspect of it all?
Yeah.
Because there's definitely a sound for that whole organization. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like jazz beats. Non-stop jazz.
Yeah. Which are dope, but you know, not for everything.
Yeah, not for everything. Definitely not.
And like that style of music did bring a certain crowd, which kind of was like,
it wasn't your target audience.
Put us in a little box.
Man, I feel like, I'm sorry.
Maybe a little corny to the rest of the scene.
Corny as fuck, bro. I thought we were the corniest niggas on the scene, bro. Even when we were doing hella shows, I felt like everybody thought of us as the corniest niggas around, bro.
Probably. Well, you know, somebody's got to be them.
Like, I did that fucking State Fair video, and like beforehand, I was like, nah, fuck. Like, you didn't want to do it. You're like, I'm not doing this kind of shit
I was
anymore.
done. I was done with the parodies. I was like, all right, like the money's cool, but like this is fucking me up.
And then I did it, and like, I honestly regretted it. It's like, fuck, I became a fucking corny ass dude. And like, it was kind of like hard to, because everybody saw that shit. Like, everybody on the scene. Like, if I went to like Uptowner, and I'm not saying like Uptowner was like a dope place, but it was like fucking random rappers and shit. And like, everybody just kind of like looked at me like a fake ass rapper because like I did State Fair and shit like that. Like, and mainly because I was affiliated with all the other corny ass rappers like that we were, bro. Like,
Yeah. So for some reason, we attracted some corny people.
yeah. Nothing but cornballs, man.
Hey, but there was some gems. There was some gems.
Oh, definitely some gems. I mean, like we did songs like we did like Doty. That was a great experience, you know, making that. I was like when I go back and listen to like lesson 2 or something, like there's some good memories in there, you know. But
Doesn't mean they weren't corny.
yeah, it doesn't mean they weren't, man. Most of it was corny, dude.
So that's basically what I was trying to get away from, the corniness.
Oh no, it's understandable.
And I feel like I did that and, you know, kind of gained some respect back from the rest of the scene, the Milwaukee hip hop scene.
I mean, when y'all told me y'all were leaving, and I didn't, I was like, well, I'm not leaving. It was like honestly, because like as I'm saying, like as far as studios and things like that, and like I started out with Isaiah and them. Well, I started out first recording it at Mammoth's crib, and then like I just like didn't do it anymore, and I was like kind of like on the fence to like not rap anymore until like Isaiah and them came and like wanted me to start and be the rapper on their label. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll do that. So like after Mo, it was like I don't really like I don't know where to go. I don't really trust anybody with this. But I knew like I wasn't necessarily so comfortable in that situation, but I just didn't know anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to get out the comfort zone if you want to change, man.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. So I'm going to High Five.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Have you still haven't recorded there yet?
I just recorded at my crib, but like I was having an issue with I got a blue baby bottle, and I've bought like, yo, you don't know what that is?
Baby bottle?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Where is it? Because this mic is a blue Yeti, and then this is a blue baby bottle. It's like shaped like a bottle.
It's not called Blue Ribbon?
No, that might be a different blue mic.
Huh.
Because blue is the company. This is a blue
Uh-huh.
baby bottle, and it's supposed to be like a super like
Nice.
dope mic for vocals. But like, I think something's wrong with the mic because I was having issues with like it would just like cut out and get all staticky like in the middle of me spitting a verse or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? I got to do that whole like it was a great take, and now I got to do the whole thing over again, and it's getting super frustrating. And then I was like, oh, let me just try to do it with this Yeti, but it sounds like I'm recording it with a USB microphone.
Yeah.
So like that's why I'm like, fuck, man. I gotta go to a studio.
Gotta go. Gotta do it. Costs money, but sounds better than what anything I could do.
No, it sounds a lot better than anything I could ever try to do, man. Like I put out those 4 random songs. I'm like, fuck, this is like I will never figure out how to mix this properly, but I don't care. Like I'm like, I just want to like put something out there to be like, yo, this dude is still around at least. Like,
Right.
I don't know. But I also thought I was going to have the project done by then. I was like very confident that I would be able to figure out how to mix this project better than how we were doing in other places. You know, I was like, I wasn't satisfied with the sound in other places. So like, I was like, I could do that. I could at least do that, if not better. But nah, it's pretty fucking hard.
Yep. think about it. That was like the one good thing, like working with Mo, is like he kept you on your shit to like get shit out. And like, if you're working on a project, then like shit's gonna be not on schedule because there is no schedule, but shit's gonna happen. Whereas when I was doing shit by myself, like it was definitely a longer process, but I think working with Mammoth was even more eye opening on how like fucking crazy talented he is. And
Oh yeah, first time I recorded there, I like just the things he does. Like you spit your verse or whatever, and he's like, "You want to hear it back?" And it's already got like these effects and all kinds of craziness to it. I'm like, I'm just
already
like, holy shit.
right, already sounds amazing.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, it sounds better than anything I've ever done. Like, and I'm like, whoa, man, why isn't everyone like mixing like this?
Right.
You know? But that's why, like, when I hit up Mam and he didn't hit me back, I was like, fuck, I just gotta like figure out how to do this myself because
what do I do?
Because I can't get it on that level that he's doing. Like, that'll never happen. But I don't know. To me, it was like either it's gonna sound like shit or Mammoth's gonna mix my project. To me, it was like there's no either or.
Shit, might as well just retire. Fuck it.
Shit. No, I can't, man. That's why I'm gonna just do this podcast, talk about doing music, probably do some more stand up here and there, and just try to like just keep putting out content, man. You know, I'm just gonna be that guy. And
Yeah.
Earl Sweatshirt, man, his projects are terrible. So like, but they probably don't. He probably doesn't think they're terrible because he keeps putting them out. So
people are talking about it. People are listening. So that's what you got to do. Just put shit out. See if people fuck with it. If they don't, try something else.
yeah. Have you heard that Jesus is the One song by Zach Fox?
Mm-mm.
It's fucking hilarious. What is this? It's like, bitch, you better praise God or I'm gonna shoot you in the face and all that. It's like fucking obnoxious. Like, it's fucking the most obnoxious song. I fucking love it. But like, the producer for that, he was like, this is ruining my career because this is a joke song and it's doing better than all my real songs. I'm like, but like, he put it out and motherfuckers were vibing with it. Like, you getting like what does it matter, bro?
Right.
Damn, look at young Sean Smart standing on the roof. I'm watching the Feeling video.
Oh my god.
barely could grow facial hair, it looks like.
Could not. At all. The fucking swoop hair. Oh, man.
Hell yeah.
Karim. I feel like that.
Damn, I wanted to work with that kid. That was a bummer.
Karim.
When I joined and he wasn't there, that really was a bummer. I wanted to work with that dude.
He lives in Austin.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Shout out to Karim. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen him, but I messaged him on Facebook, saying what up, what's good, how you been?
Oh yeah.
Don't really get to see too many people much like yourself. I don't get out much.
Mm-hmm.
When I get done with work, I just like to come home and smoke a bowl and relax.
It's a good time.
It's great. It's great. But yeah, there's a few people from Milwaukee that live here. You remember Brian LeBissonnaire?
Yeah.
He lives down here.
Oh, like he was your roommate, right? In Madison? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is he doing down there? Just
he works for a company that's contracted with Apple, working on like their maps and stuff.
Fuck yeah. Y'all are ballers out there, man.
Shit. Trying to make it appear as such.
It's working, man. It's working.
Because, the startup life is tough. Sometimes you have to pay your employees rather than pay yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's I guess, yeah, that could get rough.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes, the lady's got to pay the rent all by herself. But I think these risks are gonna pay off eventually.
No, it sounds like it, man.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, man. I really can't wait till I can get back to like just being a freelancer and like making music and shit. Like I've been doing a couple freelance jobs here and there just to like get some cash, but like that's the shit I really love doing is like working with other artists, like making cover art, making logos, making flyers,
Yeah,
all the shit that I was doing that I doing before this, you know, with higher education, selling T-shirts, like all that shit. I still want to do, but in due time, man. In due
definitely. Well, I'm happy for you, dude. Seems like life is going pretty good. You know, got some
Yeah,
big things popping off.
hell yeah. I'm happy for you too, man. Congratulations on the marriage.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sarah's dope. She's actually left and went to her studio, and I should text her because she was like, "Oh, I'll just be gone so I could have like so she wouldn't be loud and like making
Yeah,
noise while we're recording it." I was like, "You don't have to," but she was like nice enough to do it. But that's cool. Sarah's dope. You know.
nice. Yeah, I'm coming to Milwaukee in June for Sandy's wedding.
Oh yeah, Sandy is getting married. It's crazy because like my wife is like friends with the girl he's marrying. Like I've never met her, but she was like, dude, like you know him, and I'm like, yeah, I know the groom, you know the wife. Like I doubt either of us are getting invited. You already got invited.
I'm standing up in it, so I'm a groomsman.
I don't know. Oh, you're a groomsman. You're not
Yeah.
the best man.
No, not the
Yeah,
best man.
yeah,
No.
groomsman. That's what's up, though.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. Where are they getting married?
Fuck. I don't know. Invites. You have invites have not been sent out yet, so you're
Oh, so maybe
still
I
up
will get one.
cross the fingers. Yeah.
Nah, I'm not getting invited.
Uh,
I remember I used to buy Adderall off that nigga back in Madison. That was good times. That was the plug.
he was added up, added
Eddie the fuck
and
up.
added plus Zan
Was he on Xan? I never got into that.
to like balance it out and shit.
Oh, really? I
Uh,
knew he seemed like pretty fucked up all the time. I thought it was just Adderall. But okay. That makes sense.
and he would come over to my crib in Madison when I lived on the lake like every day, and we smoked blunts. And man, yeah, oh yeah, man, I haven't smoked a blunt in a minute. Fuck.
Man, I smoked one the other day, and I don't smoke cigarettes or anything anymore. So like, I smoked a blunt. I was like fucking about to puke. I was like, this is fucking disgusting, man.
Hey, it's good you don't smoke cigs.
Nah, yeah, I quit like right when I started dating Sarah, because like she doesn't smoke, and I was already like developing like this like weird cough like when I was smoking, and I was like, I gotta quit. And then she didn't smoke, so I was like, this is all the more reason to just like leave this shit alone.
Yeah, yeah. I tried to get Colleen on the vape life, but you know, it's a work in progress.
Mm.
Dude, all that vaping shit in the news was happening, and I'm just watching the news like,
No, yeah, I was trying to like, cause I had to connect on those cartridges or whatever. And I was just trying to see like if they were trying to pop. If you're trying to just get rid of these, like let me know, like for the low, because like,
they're killing people. Like,
and
I'll take them.
yeah,
Take them.
I'll take the chance, man. Like fuck.
Did you see those Wisconsin dudes that got caught fucking with like?
They had like $1 million in their house, like in cash, and like
Oh,
they arrested like two brothers and their mom. They were like running this whole like thing. I was like, what the fuck? It's like in a random house. They were, and everybody was like, man, it didn't seem like anything was going on. Like, of course not. Like, this is some super low key shit. Like with the cartridges, you got like no smells, no. It's
right.
super low key.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. Shit.
That's where it's at.
Oh yeah, man. Oh boy, you gonna watch this game?
What game? Packers?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched one football game all year.
Why not? You striking or you boycotting or what?
Man, honestly, like
Like, fuck Jay-Z or some shit or.
So what happened last year, man? So I was playing fantasy football in my guys' league, my guy from Outpost, and like just middle of the season or some shit like that. It was like later in the season. Like my team was like on the brink. Like we could make the playoffs if we win a few games here, but I like my roster wasn't looking too good, and I was trying to like make a trade with like the worst team in the league. Like he clearly was not gonna make the playoffs, but he had a couple players on there that like I could use. You know, it's
Right.
like you're not doing anything, and I kept trying to trade with this player, and I was like, I'm like, dude, why won't like he just keeps declining them right away. And I was like, who the fuck is running this team? Like I was gonna message him on Facebook, like, yo, I'll pay you your $50 back that you're not gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the buy-in. I'll pay you your $50 if you just trade me these players.
Yeah.
But then I look it up and I find out that the commissioner was actually secretly running two teams. And like that shit like just really fucked me up. And I was like, I couldn't even enjoy football anymore. Like that whole like,
What?
yeah, man, it was like I couldn't
Even the
even,
Packers, bro? What the
bro, I couldn't even watch the game the same, bro. Like, and I haven't watched one game all year.
Man, that's fucked up, bro.
I don't know. Like, I look like when I got into this fantasy league, I was like, fuck, I gotta find out things. And I'm like, what? Like, this guy doesn't play on the Packers. Like, Randall Cobb doesn't play on the Packers anymore. I'm like finding out all this shit like right before week one. I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't even know what's going on anymore. But like,
Cowboys.
my mom called me the other day though, and she was like, just right away started talking about the Packers, and I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know. I should probably watch now because she wants to talk to me about this. But like,
We're actually doing pretty well this year.
what's our record? Like, I don't know what's going on.
7-1, bro.
Oh shit, might win the Super Bowl this year, eh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Let's go.
Who? Like, I know we got like, was it Geronimo Allison or some shit like that, or is he? He's like one of the receivers, right? No,
He's one of them, but he's last.
dude, I don't know.
Fucking Adams, bro. Adams.
Devontae Adams, okay.
He's been hurt for the last 4 weeks, though.
I just know like who's on my fantasy team. This as far as I go.
Bro, that's fucked up. Cause like the whole thing was the fantasy that fucked you up, and not the Packers, bro. And now you're taking it out on the Packers.
I just took it out on the NFL, bro. And then I went to the Packer game, right? I went to the Packer game last season. Like, this is like after that whole thing happened. And then it just like kind of like, I was just like shocked at how small the football field is in person. I don't know why I thought it would be like when you watch it on TV and like Rodgers throws a Hail Mary, they make it look like that's a fucking huge ass distance. It's like, oh my God, it's so amazing. I'm there. I'm like, that's not that impressive. Like, what the fuck? Like, all right. It's a little ass field. Like everything just like, I was like, dude, I don't know about this. I don't know about it.
Bro.
I fell out of love with the sport.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up, man. Shit, I went to the Packer game in Dallas a couple weeks ago. Shit was crazy.
Did we win that game?
We did.
Who did we lose to?
The fucking Eagles.
I thought I've seen an article that said they were shitty this year.
Yeah. I think the Bears went and beat the Eagles the week after we lost to them. But you know how things go.
Man, I don't know shit about what's going on in the NFL right now. For me, it was like nothing happened after basketball season ended. Nothing happened until basketball season started again. That's how I'm looking at it.
Still Bucks fan though?
All day. I don't go to that I don't really do the fan zone anymore.
Right.
It's because I work like
you just go for when you can get front court, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that's my wife who like she works those people. I was saying those services are super expensive. So like most of her clients are like some random rich people, and like they like those were their season tickets. And like for my birthday, they just like let us get the tickets for it was the Cavaliers, so it's like of course like let me get those tickets. But that shit was fucking dope. They said they said we could get them for a couple more games this season too. It's kind of
people. That's the type of people you got to keep close. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of hard to go sit in section 200 when you were sitting on the floor, like
you know, standards. They're high now.
I don't know, bro. It was like I'm hearing like Tristan Thompson argue and shit, like complain. I'm like, fuck, man. This is an aspect of the game I didn't know existed.
Like Chloe.
But they even like apparently like the client was like security said you guys were well behaved. Like they keep track of the people who like if they give the tickets to somebody, they keep track of the people who are sitting in those tickets to like let them know if they're allowed to sit there again, bro. It's fucking weird, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
But you get to it like I don't drink, so like, but if you do drink, you sit down there, you get free alcohol in the BMO club or whatever. Like those, yeah, like most of the people, like me and Sarah, were like pretty much the only ones sitting there for the full game. Everybody else just got shit faced until the fourth quarter. Then they all came back and like there's just like drunk ass white girls behind us, just talking so much shit about their friends, like just shit faced out of their mind. And like me and Sarah like wanted like asked one of the security guards to take a pic, and like the one of the drunk girls just like grabbed was like, no, I'll do it. And I'm like, dude, don't fucking touch my phone. Like, what the fuck?
Right. I don't trust you to take a picture, bitch.
But yeah, if you're rich and you go to those games, you get free alcohol, free food and free alcohol in the BMO Club, BMO Harris Club.
Yep. When you get rich, you get everything for free.
For free, man. I was like, this is how the other side lives, man. Like, I'm not supposed to be in this room with all these rich people. Like,
hey, man, you are.
Not yet.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, I still haven't been to the Fiserv.
Oh, it's pretty dope in there, man. Like, I'm saying, like, I went to because even after I sat courtside, I went to game one, Bucks versus the Celtics. And we lost that game actually. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not going back to any more of these games. I was like, I'm the jinx guy, is how I felt. So like I didn't want to go to any more games. Damn, is that the last year? Yeah, in the playoffs when we played the Celtics game one.
Oh yeah.
I went to I spent like maybe like $200 on that ticket too. Like I just like fuck it, I'm about to just get good seats and sit by myself. And then I was just like talking to everybody around me like I figured I would. So like it was pretty chill, but we lost. So I was like, I can't come back here. I can't be that guy.
Well, thank you for your for giving that up.
Yeah. It's all about the team. I'm trying to see a parade, bro.
Hell yeah.
No, but I was saying there's no bad seats, even if you're like, because you can sit like with like the terrace or whatever that shit's called. Like it's like the BMO Club or some shit like all the way up at the top. And yeah, you can buy like a $20 like standing floor ticket and be all the way up there, but it's like not a bad seat no matter where you are in the venue, man. It's pretty dope in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss Milwaukee and all my friends. So hopefully I'll get to see a bunch of people when I come back in June.
Man, I haven't seen anybody in a long time. I haven't even kicked it with Rashid in a fucking long time.
What?
Nah. I mean, honestly, it was like when I quit drinking, I was like, I can't be going to Rashid's house every day because like we just go over there and drink beers all the time, get fucked up. So I was like, I got to take a break from that. And then it just like came to like, I don't really kick it with nobody anymore. Like,
and you're married.
Yeah, and I'm married. Yeah, I'm always with my wife. Like, I don't really have time to be doing these things.
Shit, I feel the same way damn near.
Are you guys like engaged or anything?
No.
Not yet?
I need to be
financially stable?
Yeah, yep. Yep.
Understandable.
I need to feel secure in my career first.
I mean, all you gotta do is sign a piece of paper and
get tax benefits.
No, it's not even because I'm in school right now. I'm in school I'm switching it up. I was in school for to be a networking specialist. Yeah. And I was just like, I don't want to work with these motherfuckers. Like, I don't know, man. Just like talking to professors and everything, and just like half the shit you learn is like, well, this is all outdated like systems. Nobody should really use it, but just in case you happen to find some old mom and pop shop who still uses outdated systems, it's like, why am I learning all this bullshit? So I'm switching it up. But for my financial aid, because like I'm married now, like her income factors into that. And as I'm saying, she makes so much more money than me. I don't even think I'm gonna get financial aid.
Damn.
So that's the one negative there.
Shit. Well, maybe she could chip in.
Nah, she's good. If anything, I'll just like set up a payment plan and just pay it out of pocket. Like, cause I don't. It's not like once you eliminate drinking and going out and doing all that shit, you realize how much extra money you're saving. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can afford to go to the studio and do all this bullshit. Like,
Right.
cause I'm not, just getting drunk every night.
Yep. Hell yeah. So what are you gonna switch to?
I mean, nothing serious.
So what are you about to do the rest of the day if you're not watching Packers?
I'm just gonna clean up the house or the apartment a little bit, and shit, nothing. Just kick it.
Nice.
Maybe write some shit. I mean, cause like I bought like 11 beats off of Regal, but then I only wrote to like 7 or 8 of them. So I was like, before I go to cause my studio session isn't until the 16th. And I'm like, let me just like fuck with these beats real quick before I go there and see what I'm trying to do. But so yeah, I'm just gonna work with these beats a little bit.
Word.
Maybe play some 2K, trying to be a pro. You know,
What system you got?
I'm Xbox, bro.
Got Xbox? Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, you should get on fucking Rocket League, bro. That's my game.
I'm not a Rocket League kind of guy.
That's
That's like that soccer with the cars or whatever. Yeah. I'm terrible at that game.
Dude, I play that like all the time.
No, when I worked at Outpost, all the people there, like that was their game is fucking Rocket League. Just after work, nonstop Rocket League.
Hell yeah. That's what I do to de-stress.
I put the 2K on, man.
Hell yeah.
Or I just watch UFC all day. I'm obsessed with MMA these days, man.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm a fighting nigga. I'm giving it until like I'm 32, and then I'm a fighting nigga.
That's what's up. My homie Timmy, he trains MMA too. He's fought a couple times. He's in Milwaukee. I think he works out at where the Pettises work out.
Oh, Rufus Sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like $200 a month to work out there. I just saw that it was like $20,000 for a lifetime membership for that motherfucker. I was like, fuck, dude.
What? Damn.
Yeah. That'd be taxing. The place I'm gonna go is $75 a month, and then because I'm a student, I get you get an extra $200 off per semester. So I was like, dude, it's basically I'm working out for free here. Like,
that's nice.
Yeah.
I have a Planet Fitness membership that I haven't been to in a few months.
It's pretty easy to just pay that $10, $20 and then just not give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah. I had Planet Fitness for maybe like 4 months, and I probably went twice.
Yeah.
But that's what I like, this whole like jujitsu, the group getting like, because it's not just me going there. Like I'm going there and I'm
learning
with people
shit.
I'm learning shit, and I'm with people that I'm like getting to know and blah, blah, blah. Like it's more than just me trying to motivate myself to work out. It's like a lot more is going on,
Yeah, that's nice.
Now you should try it out. I'm sure they got some jujitsu gyms down there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm telling you, you'd love it, bruh. You love it.
Shit.
And it's the guys that look like you that are usually the best. Like like the most like unassuming. You'll be like, oh, it's just like some skinny guy. And then he comes in and just fucking with his legs just flips you all over the place and chokes you out, like never using his hands. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Hell yeah.
I'm not even joking, man. People will submit you with never even putting their hands on you.
That's nuts.
They'll get a hold of your legs by like wrapping their foot around your like knee or some shit and like pull you in, and like it's just some crazy shit, bro. Like I want to be on that level.
Wasn't there just fucking UFC fight night the other night? Was that last night or?
Last night was UFC 244 with Nate Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal, with The Rock putting the belt on the winner. It's fucking ridiculous, man. The ref like stopped the fight after the third round because he said a cut was too bad. But then everybody right away was like, "Though, if this fight happened in any other place, because MMA used to be illegal in New York until like maybe 2-3 years ago." And they're like, if that happened anywhere else, they would have never stopped the fight for that kind of cut. Like it was just a little cut, and the guy was like, "Nope."
Think Diaz would have won?
Man.
Looked like the other dude was getting some shots in though.
Oh, he was beating the shit out of Nate Diaz. But most people do beat the shit out of Nate Diaz for like the first. Like if you go watch that, even both of those fights that Nate had with Conor like was starting out looking like he was beating the shit out, like he was about to knock Nate Diaz out. But then Nate has that cardio, and usually later on in the rounds he grinds out. And he was saying I was watching the post-fight interview. He was saying like when they were on the ground in the third round, he like was talking shit to Jorge. He was like, "Where you at, man?" And like Jorge turned and was like, "I'm right here." And he was like, I knew he was tiring out and things were about to change for me in the fourth round. So I'm like, fuck, man, I need to know what was gonna happen, man. Like anything could happen.
Shit. I don't know about all that, man. I can't get punched in the face, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think that's what it is. People just don't want to get punched in the face. But then once you get punched in the face and you're like, oh shit, I'm alive. It's okay. Like, then you can just move on and like keep going, you know?
Shit, I got my ass whipped one time when I was drunk as fuck. So I don't remember getting punched in the face, but that was the only time I did.
Yeah. Man. Nah, man, that's some whack. See, if you had some jujitsu, you could have fucked that dude up. You could broke his leg and just walked off. You would have woke up in the morning, everybody would be like, Sean, you broke that guy's leg last night. Like, had no memory of it.
Oh, man.
No, I could effectively break somebody's arm.
Yeah.
With my training, you know. That's what I was saying to like the people that like they was talking about. I was like, I'm very confident in most altercations at this point. I've only had like 6 months of training. Like, I'm pretty confident in most altercations at this point. But I mean, I don't have any striking. If somebody wanted to box me and probably knock me the fuck out, I'd have to like just get a hold of. I got to get a hold of them. Like right. If they knock me out beforehand, then it is what it is. But
got to get them on the ground first.
But that was the thing. Like with jiu-jitsu is like the philosophy is like 80% of fights go to the ground, and then when they go to the ground, people have no idea what to do. Right. And if you fight me and we go to the ground and I know jiu-jitsu and you don't, I'm gonna fuck you up on the ground. Like you could be on top of me and I'm still gonna like fuck you up. Like I'm gonna whip my leg out of nowhere. You're not even gonna see it. It's gonna wrap around your neck. I'm gonna choke you out with the triangle. Like,
all right. I just picture myself on my back, just fucking kicking up at somebody's face and shit.
No, I'm not about that. I'm like, come down. Come down here. I welcome it.
Choke your ass out.
Well, see, that's what Nate Diaz was doing last night. Like, Jorge was beating the shit out of him on the stand up, but he kept going to the ground. Like, come on, like, come do this, because he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's not afraid. Like, please come to the ground with me, like right now. I'll choke you out. But that's not what happened. He was beating the shit out of him on the ground.
So
I thought
the Bucks game was on at the same time, right?
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I mean, I don't have cable, and I think it was on like League Pass anyway.
Dude, I thought you were a Reddit guy.
Oh yeah, I'm a Reddit guy. Reddit's been trying to like take down a lot of those streaming shits.
Yeah.
Like they've been
they did take down the NBA stream subreddit, but they got a new one up now.
Oh, they got a new one up? See, I like left when I stopped going there because like I would like all these pay-per-views and shit like that. I used to go to Reddit and like they just started taking all that shit off. Like I had to like find a website to like stream the MMA shit.
Yeah, I
And
think the new one's called like Fuck Adam Silver or some shit like that.
oh, really? Damn, I didn't know that. I'm gonna check that out. Fuck. I've just like I haven't like seen. I don't think I've watched any of the Bucks games. Cause like cause League Pass was like a free trial for a little bit, and I went on there and it was like they only had cameras. The view was like from the backboard or some shit. It wasn't like the real stream. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like this is League Pass, and this is the kind of shit that if I paid for this, it would be a fucking view from the backboard. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
that is some bullshit. Give you the weird ass views.
weird view. Like who is paying for that shit? Like,
Shit, I got my parents' Red Zone login and shit.
what's that? Oh, word.
Yeah. It shows like whatever game is closest to a touchdown.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Get the most exciting parts of all the games.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
Nah, my wife, her friend, I think her friend's mom has cable, and then I was able to log into ESPN with that the other day, and I'm like, fuck, I can do this for like
Everything.
much everything. Like,
Yeah.
it's about to go down. I just like figured that out the other day. Like,
shit, if she has HBO too.
oh, no, yeah, she signed up for HBO on my wife's, because she uses my wife's Hulu, and then she signed up for HBO on there, so like it's on and popping with that. Like,
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know because I had HBO on my Prime, and I got rid of it after Game of Thrones, like being real dramatic. And then I was like, fuck, I kind of want to watch Game of Thrones and shit. And then because HBO just has all the best shows. Like I don't know if you've seen Righteous Gemstones with it's with Danny McBride, funny as fuck, dude. They play like reverends, and it's just like all kinds of crazy shit happens. But like, I was like, I want to watch some HBO shit.
Yes, I saw a few of those. That shit is hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious, dude. Like fucking hilarious. And then I like just happened. I was like, I don't know. It like suggested like on Hulu like Curb Your Enthusiasm or some shit. I was like, I can't watch this shit. And I hit it. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, baby, what's going on with this HBO? She's like, oh, it's Marie. I was like, what the fuck? We got HBO this whole time? Like,
yeah. Hype as fuck.
could have been watching Ballers. You know. So I kind of hated that show.
Did you?
It got weak. I'm glad it's over.
Dude, I eventually got into Walking Dead. I know you were the one that was like.
I eventually got out of Walking Dead, dude.
Hell yeah. No, you were always the one that was like, dude, you gotta watch fucking Walking Dead.
Like you watch it right now?
Like a month ago.
I stopped. I mean, maybe like a year or two ago, I stopped because I was just like, this shit is getting ridiculous. Like, it's getting fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And plus I started reading the comics, and then the comics were like, I don't want to say they were better. They're definitely different, but then like, I would see how like all these different arcs like would end, and I'm like, well, that was dumb. Then the next thing would happen, I'm like, well, that's dumb, and I'm like, well, everything that's about to happen in the show is fucking dumb as shit. Like, so maybe I should just like stop watching this. Like, what was the shit going on with the Whispers? Is that happening right now?
Oh yeah, the people that were wearing the fucking dead faces.
Yeah, did they finish that already?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and like I read it in the comics, and it's like it happened. It was like a fucking 1,000 fucking like fucking zombies came or whatever to the compound, and I'm like, then it just like they were like, oh, let's just kill them, and then it was like, all right, it wasn't a problem at all. It was like, let's just take our time and kill these 1,000 fucking zombies, and I was like, dude, that was fucking stupid. Y'all made it seem like shit. We're about to bring a fucking army of dead to this fucking front door, and they were like, "Well, we'll just close the door and stab him through the fence."
Right.
And I was like, okay, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess right around when you started watching, I was like, fuck this show. I mean, I always hate watched it, you know. I always hate watched it. I always hated everything about it while I watched it.
Oh yeah. Is that not what like the normal for you or?
Nah, but that show is just fuck. It's like, why are they eating flesh? And like, where does it go? Are you telling me these zombies are digesting flesh? They have a working digestive system, but they're dead? I don't understand this. They're decaying with a working digestive system.
Dude, you're thinking way too much. That makes sense though. Shit.
And then I was watching Mark Maron, his TV show, and he was just like talking shit about Walking Dead. They had an episode where like he was a guest on like that Talking Dead show, and
Yeah.
and he's like watching Walking Dead, and he's like, "Why are they walking so slow? Don't you guys want the show to be scary?" And I'm like, "Dude, like that's a good point. Like, it's like with how slow those zombies walk, it shouldn't be a problem for anybody.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, I can't watch it anymore."
Oh fuck, man. Well, you got anything else for me, man? I need some food. I'm hungry as a bitch.
I think I'm about to do the same. I think that's about it. Sean Smart.
Well, much appreciated. It was fun catching up with you and
Oh yeah, man, it was
talking
dope.
about what we got going on.
Yeah, definitely hit me up when you come to town for Sandy's thing, man.
For sure. I mean, we should just keep in touch in general, though. You know.
Oh, definitely. And I don't know about this next year. I'm definitely trying to come to South by like ASAP. Like I gotta experience that again. But and I don't think my wife's never been down there, so like that'd be dope for her to be down there for all that bullshit.
Yeah, it's a cool vacation town for sure.
Definitely. But shit. All right, Sean Smart.
All right, Jermaine Event, my guy.
Shit, I'll talk to you soon, bro.
For sure. Much appreciated. Babylon, sir.
Yeah, peace.
Peace.
And that was the homie Sean Smart. Hopefully you enjoyed our conversation. I enjoyed it myself. It's the boy Sean Smart. Hopefully he drops some new music soon. I know he said he wasn't working on any, but I miss some new Sean Smart music. Miss new Sean Smart. I'm gonna throw you guys the social medias before we get out of here. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at Babylon5Pod. You can follow my personal account at My Name's Jermaine. You can email me at Babylon5podcast@gmail.com. You can follow and subscribe to this podcast at babylon5.podbean.com. You can listen to it on Podbean. You can listen to it on Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. These podcasts are automatically uploaded to YouTube, so if you search for the episodes on YouTube, you'll find them. I think I'll start sharing them along with the SoundCloud links. Or, I mean, the Podbean links. I don't post SoundCloud links. Anywho, thank you all for listening. If you're still here, you guys are the greatest. And I'll see you next week. Peace.